in front, loose puck, who scores? Trying to go the other way, Davis in front for Jessica Campbell, who scores.
Welcome, hockey fans across Canada, the USA, China, and around the rest of the world to CWHL Live. I'm Nico Cardarelli, and you're watching CWHL Live, empowered by Hilberg and Burke, empowering young women and women all over. You'll notice the sparkle ball earrings being sported by the CWHL players. Make sure you check out the Hilberg and Burke website if you want to get yourself a pair. I'm joined up here in the booth by my partner tonight, Jackson Jacobs, and we're glad to have you joining us for this great game we have on tap between the Markham Thunder and Kunlun Red Star. Let's take a look at the numbers, brought to you by MNP. Well, Jackson, we should have a really fantastic game on tap here tonight as Kunlun Red Star make their CWHL debut, and this is certainly a momentous occasion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nico, and a big debut here it is for the Red Star. All sorts of anticipation will build through the off-season, and eventually it gets time to just focus on hockey, get the team on the ice, and that's exactly what Kunlun's going to do here tonight. They're very excited to get the season underway, as are we in this crowd here at the Thornhill Community Center.
And it is a tremendous crowd on hand here for this game. As Jackson mentioned, the Thornhill Community Center will serve as the home rink for the Markham Thunder this season. And we get set to bring you the home opener in just a few moments. We're going to have a special pre-game ceremony here featuring a number of dignitaries, and we'll get to that in just a few moments. But it should be a tremendous game on the ice, as I had a chance to catch up with both coaches before this game. We should mention that Jim Jackson back on the bench tonight for Markham, their head coach, and the one and only Digit Murphy back in the CWHL as she takes the reins of Kunlun Red Star behind the bench. We're just waiting for the opening ceremonies to get underway. The teams were out just a few moments ago taking warm-up, and Jackson, it looked like both teams are really ready to get going. Both teams are flying out there during the warm-up.
Yeah, a lot of energy on both ends of the ice, Nico, and for good reason. Of course, we talked about the Kunlun Red Star making their CWHL debut tonight, but the Markham Thunder have a story of their own, making their debut here in Markham after moving from Brampton in the offseason. So two big storylines here tonight, and it gives both teams that desire to come out and want to get a huge win here at the Thornhill Community Center.
For Kunlun, it's their first game of the season, so they have no record coming in yet. Markham opened up their season last weekend in Toronto, splitting that weekend series with the Furies. So the Thunder come into this one with 1 win and 1 loss on this young season.
Yeah, and it is notable to mention that in that loss to Toronto last weekend, Nico, Markham only 15 shots on goal in that one. So you know some work was done this week to get ready for this big matchup against the Red Star, and I can imagine they're going to come out firing here today to try to get back to their winning ways.
They've got a great crowd here on hand to take this one in. Great community support from Markham. Mayor Frank Scarpiti on hand, along with some other tremendous representation as we get the starting lineups here. Starting with the home team, Markham Thunder. Don Simmons. With the PA duties, doing a great job as always. So there are your Markham Thunder, and in just a few moments we'll hear the starting lineup. Well, here's the starting lineup for Markham. We should point out Liz Knox getting the start tonight for Markham. Those are your Markham Thunder. And here come the Kunlun Red Star. Here you see Red Star taking the ice again, a historic moment here as they get set to play their first CWHL game. Here's the starting lineup. So there's your starting lineups for both teams. We're just moments away from puck drop, but first, the opening ceremony. So in terms of some of the special guests we have in attendance for this evening and this ceremonial puck drop include the Honorable Victor Rose, Senator of Ontario, He Wei, Consul General of the Consulate General of the PRC, we also have Mayor Frank Scarpiti, Mayor of Markham out there, Minister Michael Chan, MPP of Markham and Unionville, as he gets announced right now, the Honorable Minister Michael Chan. Of course, CWHL Commissioner Brenda Andres, who will be joining us in the first intermission. She'll be catching up with Jackson. Make sure you stay tuned for that interview. Here comes Mayor Scarpiti. One of the most popular people in Markham, no question about that.
Yeah, big night for the city of Markham altogether, Nico. Like you said, most popular guy in the building here tonight.
Here comes Laurel Walzak, chair of the board for the CWHL. Chelsea Purcell, general manager of these Markham Thunder. She gets a nice round of applause from both her players and the fans here. There's a guy I had a chance to meet last night and spend some quality time with, the one and only Phil Esposito. Of course, his association with Red Star, well documented, and very well documented his ties with his Tampa Bay Lightning. Shares a bit of a laugh with Dania Simmons. We were all at the event last night, and the two of them being competitors, they're still sharing a couple laughs out there on the ice. Now, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention this next guest. That's the Honorable Fran Ryder, one of the founders of the Ontario Women's Hockey Association. We had Alex Zhao, chairman on Kunlun Red Star Hockey Club, join the happenings down at ice level, and here's the one and only Brenda Andrus, commissioner of the CWHL. Once again, a historic moment here at the Thornhill Community Center, home of the Markham Thunder, as Kunlun Red Star gets set to make their CWHL debut, and the Markham Thunder gets set to start a new chapter here in Markham.
What a big night for not only the CWHL, Nico, but women's hockey as a whole. Growing overseas to China, taking a massive leap. And you can see the excitement on the faces of all the people down there at center ice. Everybody just wanting to get play underway here. As you said, a lot of anticipation for this one.
And we are just a few moments away from puck drop, but first, the national anthems. It's Kunlun Red Star, it's the Markham Thunder, and you're watching on CWHL Live. Puck drop coming up next. We're going to have a special announcement here down at ice level. It looks like Commissioner Brenda Andrus is going to step up and address the crowd. So we'll stand by as we await that. We want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll throw it down to Commissioner Andrus.
Take a moment to make sure that everybody understood the historical moment that was happening here today on the ice. This is the first of any time that a professional team from China will play in a professional league. And we have many people to thank, beginning with Digit Murphy, Scotty McPherson, Alex, Billy, the Canadian Women's Hockey League Board, Hockey Canada, the Ontario Women's Hockey League. But more importantly, the people that really need to be thanked is the players on this ice, the players in the stands, the parents who bring those kids out to every single game. The one thing I hear over and over again from the players on the Chinese team and the Markham team, it's all about making a difference. And sports can make a difference in our world. And in today's world, where women go across the world, our voices are never heard, this is an opportunity that our voices are heard loud and clear, that we do have a place in the hockey world. We do have a place on this ice.
Thank you very much. I want to bring you greetings from the Ontario government and the Ministry of Sport. Congratulations to Markham Thunder, and also congratulations to Xinjiang Hongsing, Kunlun Star, and have a wonderful game. I know you're going to have a great contest, and for those who participate, thank you so very much.
I want to say a warm welcome to everyone. Ni hao, daja hao, to everyone that's watching in China. And let's let them hear the Markham Thunder all the way to China. I want to say thank you to Brenda Andrus, who her and her board decided to move this team to the city of Markham. I want to say a really big thank you to Chelsea Purcell, the general manager, and her team for everything she has done. A warm welcome to hockey legend Phil Esposito. And I want to welcome a third team, the future stars of women hockey, the Markham Stouffville Stars. And now I'd like to invite forward representatives of both teams. I'd like to present a plaque on behalf of the city of Markham to say welcome. Big Lou, where are you? I want to give you a certificate and welcome officially the Kunlun Red Stars to the city of Markham, the Chinese capital of the Greater Toronto Area. Welcome, Red Stars. And another certificate to the Markham Thunder on their inaugural season. Let's start the Markham Thunder!
All right, folks, there you go. All the housekeeping is done, and what a way to start things up. A nice speech there from CWHL Commissioner Brenda Andrus, Minister Michael Chan adding a little bit of warm welcomes, and of course Mayor Frank Scarpiti trying to raise the roof off the house here, getting the crowd amped up, and they've got reason to be excited. Now I think the challenge here, Jackson, for these players who have been standing around for a good 20 minutes now to get loose again.
Yeah, no kidding. As you see out here on the ice, Kunlun skating around, the Markham Thunder getting pumped up in their goal crease. And as I mentioned earlier, now it's time to play hockey. The off-season anticipation is in the books. Both these teams starting new chapters here today in the CWHL, making huge steps in the right direction. Everybody excited to get play underway, and we are just moments away from puck drop.
Starting goaltenders in this one, down to our right. Tending net for Markham, it'll be the vet, Liz Knox, between the pipes. And Kunlun down to our left as you see them huddled around the net. It's going to be the Finnish veteran, Nura Ratu, who gets the start here for Kunlun.
Ratu, of course, one of the best goaltenders, not only in the CWHL, but in the entire world. A massive resume that she has behind her. She could be a major backbone to this Kunlun team here tonight. Nico, I'm really interested to see how she plays back there in her net.
Well, and some players to keep an eye on in this game for Kunlun. You'll definitely want to watch out for number 93, Zhu Xing Liu, captain for Red Star, and my goodness, is she a big body out there. Expect her to have an impact tonight. And also keep an eye on the speedy and filthy Wen Shou Huang, as she is one of the offensively gifted players for Red Star, number 21. We'll keep an eye on her as well. One notable scratch for the Markham Thunder, Fielding Montgomery, still out with injury. It's Kunlun Red Star, it's the Markham Thunder, and we're underway here at Thornhill Community Center, home of the Markham Thunder. You're watching CWHL Live. I'm Nico Cardarelli up in the booth here with Jackson Jacobs as we've got Kunlun skating left to right. They turn the puck over, and Jamie Lee Rattray thought about the shot. She's driven wide, and centers in front, tipped there. Ratu had to be sharp with that early save. Rattray down low in the corner, battling against the end boards. In there as she takes on Jessica Wong, and it'll be Red Star who come out with the puck. Cheyenne Darkangelo makes the pass to Kelly Stack. That'll be a familiar name for CWHL fans. Rebound on the shot from Stack, cleared away, and we've got a whistle here. Maybe a penalty coming, we'll keep an eye, but either way, a good first touch there for Liz Knox.
Yeah, and it looks like either it's something with the goal net down there behind Knox. Quick whistle there by the referee, making sure everything's in place, and we're right back to play.
Rachel Onis on the draw here for Red Star, wins it back to the point for you. Her shot ends up hitting a body in front, never made it to the net. So by way you will start things up again here for Red Star. They make the touch pass over to Anderson. Anderson, far side left wing, drops it to Lannis. Her backhander cleared away by Knox, and Markham under pressure here right now. Back to the point, by way you lets the shot fly, and that one's kicked aside. Red Star still with possession. Nice stick handling there, trying to center it in front, as it was a good job by Madison Wu, just unable to connect on the pass. Markham really feeling some pressure right now, pinned within their own zone, and can't find a way out, as Lannis doing a good job on the forecheck. By way you keeps it in at the line, mark that. Big shot from distance and cleared aside by Knox. We didn't know much about you coming into this, but we know she's got one shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Byway Yu, a very offensive defenseman right off the start, and that's something that Kunlun's going to bring to the game here tonight. Not only do they have the forwards up front, the names like Kelly Stack, you saw her attack the net, but watch the play of Byway Yu, and watch those offensive players on Kunlun use their defense to their advantage in the offensive zone.
They've certainly done that early here. We've played just over a minute 30 in this one. Markham get the puck out to center ice, not much further, as Lu Wen comes up with it for Red Star. Check closely there, nothing doing, and teams exchange possession as Melanie Zhu has it, turns it over. Costa comes up with it. She's in the zone all alone and eventually is dispossessed. Markham quickly flick it back in as Megan DeLay dumps it. Ratu out of her net, plays that for the defender. Under pressure, Red Star, Jessica's Wong, they'll flip it down the ice here. A high stick knocks it down, and as Lu Wen touches it, we'll have a whistle, and the faceoff should come back inside Red Star territory, although I think they're going to keep it just outside the blue line.
And how about the pace that the Red Star have set here in this one early on, Nico. They are flying up and down the ice, and Markham trying to get their feet under them. Maybe shocked a little bit about the pace that the Red Star have come out with.
You have to think there's a few nerves here for both teams, but certainly for Markham. Sure, they've already started their season last week, but here making their home debut and in such a historic game, I think you'll see both teams kind of ease in a little bit as Kelly Stack creates a turnover. Stack cuts to the net, goes to the back end. Oh, nearly tucked that one through the 5-hole, but Liz Knox keeps this one scoreless.
And that goes to show how quickly Kelly Stack can strike. She caused the turnover in the neutral zone, broke it all the way in on the wing and cut right to the net behind the Markham defender and almost tucked that one home. Kelly Stack, the most dangerous player on the ice for this Kunlun Red Star team.
Certainly one of the most explosive players. You could see that change of pace there as she got to the outside and then just turned on the afterburners, cutting to the net for a good chance. We'll retake this draw here. Stack has to leave. D'Arcangelo comes in to take it. A scrum off the face-off. And Kunlun play it back to the point. There's a shot through traffic. Knox did well to get a piece of that and deflect it up and out of play. That was our first look at Zhu Xing Liu, the captain, getting a shot on goal there for Red Star.
This Red Star team, everybody knew about those forwards, but how about the defense playing a role in the offensive zone, Nico?
Yeah, they've certainly been active early, and if they can keep that up, you would think it'll end up having an impact. Here's a turnover. Skeets comes up with the loose puck, kicked aside by Ratu. Continuing on it here is McIntosh. She, from her knees, tried to get into a shooting lane, but taken away. Skeets causes the turnover. Richards in there as well. Skeets muscled. Back to the point, though. Shot from Grigg, tipped in front, still loose in front. Nothing doing as they had Ratu swimming, but couldn't put it past her.
A great setup there from the Markham Thunder, and that's what it's going to take to beat Ratu here tonight, Nico. An unbelievable netminder. You saw her flailing all over the net that time. That's what it's going to take.
Keep an eye on McParland as she skates this one up. She's got Urban cutting to the net. The two come in close quarters, and the puck's knocked away, but McParland certainly knows how to get a rush going. Number 91 for the Markham Thunder. Keep an eye on her. Puck in the far corner as Melanie Zhu in there for Red Star. Played back to the point, just out of the reach of Barbera, so she'll have to retreat inside her own zone. We'll actually call this one an icing against Red Star, and you can see Stephanie Anderson not too happy about that call. I think she's got a case to plead there. But nevertheless, the faceoff will come all the way down to this end of the ice.
You take a look there at Latu's sprawling saves in the crease, keeping this game all knotted up, but some tense moments there in the Red Star zone.
Carolina Urban steps in to take the draw for Markham, as she's in there against Rachel Alanis. Alanis asked to evacuate the spot, so Anderson comes in. And Anderson does a good job off the draw, tying up and getting the puck to the corner. Zhu first on it for Red Star. Flips it off the boards, but not out. Rolling puck in on Ratu, and she'll have to hold that one for the face-off with Taylor Woods bearing down.
We'll see what adjustments are made here on both ends of the ice. Now that both teams have seen each other for 5 minutes, Kunlun setting the pace early, but we'll see what Markham fires back with here as we approach the midway stages of this first period.
Nicole Costa, third overall draft pick, ends up being asked to leave the face-off dot, so Rattray comes in to take the draw, and off the ensuing face-off, Markham get it to the line, but it's picked off, and Madison Wu just overskates that puck. Teams exchanging possession around the red line, and now Costa comes up with it. Costa's first pass attempt blocked, and Markham will start up again. Bit of a weak pass, but Red Star called offside here, so a stoppage with 15:34 to go in the period. So we'll have the face-off coming up here to the left of Liz Knox. Lu Wen steps in to take the draw for Red Star. Scrum for the puck, and here comes Rattray, a potential 2-on-1. Oh, great defensive play there by Zhu to break that one up. Bouncing puck, teams exchanging possession, and it's Costa who comes up with it. Very nice job by Jessica Wong to anticipate that play, breaks up the pass. Rattray met by the check of the defender, and Markham will dump the puck down the ice and get some changes on the fly here. Zhu plays it far side to Wong. Of course, a number of these players coming back to the CWHL on Red Star, including players like Jessica Wong, Digit Murphy, incredibly familiar with. Becca King, room to skate. She can't get to that loose puck as it rolls in on Ratu, and she'll hold that one for the faceoff.
A great play there right in front of us, Nico, by Zhu, getting to that puck and breaking up the potential 2-on-1 that Markham could have had, and a risky play by breaking to that puck, as it could have been easily chipped off the boards, but she won that battle, won the race to the puck, and nonetheless a great play by Zhu.
Off the ensuing draw, Markham come up with it. McIntosh shields it from a couple of defenders, and it's Darkangelo who takes the puck away from her. Darkangelo over the blue line, lets the shot fly from the half wall, and an easy save there for Liz Knox.
One big advantage this Markham Thunder squad has is their ability back in the goal crease. Both netminders can come in any night and give them what they need, and it's going to take a little bit more than that to get the puck behind Liz Knox here tonight. A little more traffic in front of that shot from the wing.
Traffic in front of the net is certainly a strategy that the Markham Thunder want to employ when they're on offense. Talked with head coach Jim Jackson a bit before the game, and we'll give you his scouting report in a few moments, as off the face-off Red Star had possession, but here comes McParland for Markham. McParland, she can wheel out there. She'll let that one fly wide of the net, and she's first on it. Check closely there as Red Star rim it around the near boards. Wallace-Chuck holds it off a body and out of place, so we'll have a face-off with 14:11 left here. Well, I mentioned we had the chance to catch up with Jim Jackson, head coach of the Markham Thunder, prior to the game. He mentioned some of the strategies and things he's expecting to see in this one. A lot of speed and physicality from Red Star, and I think so far he's seen exactly what he was expecting.
Yeah, no doubt he has, and Red Star can bring the size element to the game as well. A lot of taller girls on this Red Star team, and they can bring that to their game.
Richards first on that loose puck for the Thunder. She's forced wide behind the net, tries to flip it in on goal, and Ratu makes another save, and some niceties here in front of the net. Teams exchanging pleasantries as Skeets and Wong were both in the middle of that, and I think for their troubles, they're both going to be asked to sit for 2 minutes.
A smart play there by the head referee, sending both early on, and don't let this one get out of hand. But as I was touching on the size that this Red Star team can bring to the game, and when you have a goaltender like Ratu back there in the goal crease, that just makes it even tougher for opposing teams to get into the slot area, into the crease, because of the size that Red Star has. And we talked to Digit Murphy, the head coach of the Red Star, before the game. She mentioned several times how she wants to be a contending team this year. She's built something that can be just that.
Oh, no question about it. It may be an expansion team, but with the veteran leadership and experience that Red Star have, yes, absolutely, you can expect them to be a contender this year in the CWHL. As we see Kelly Stack there getting set to step in for the face-off, of course, a long-time member of the Boston Blades, a former CWHL MVP and Clarkson Cup champion, and we're happy to have her back here in the CWHL. Welcome back, Kelly Stack. Off the face-off, Stack wins it to the wall as teams battle for it. 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. Here comes Hickle for Red Star. She's got Stack cutting to the net. Fins on the pass attempt, and Barbera clears it to the boards, but not out, as there's a shot from Liu, and that's turned away by the blocker hand of Knox. Puck back to the point. Zhu keeps it in. Her shot, traffic in front, and that's kicked aside by Knox. Hickle, Stack comes up with it now for Red Star. Back. There's a shot right on, and a good save by Knox as Zhu Sing Liu let that one fly.
Well, and early on, it's been all Red Star with the speed, and that's where they're going to benefit in this 4-on-4 situation, Nico. You saw Kelly Stack carry the puck in there, and a fast, tall team, and this 4-on-4 situation prevents a very, very good opportunity for Kunlun.
Off the face-off, controlled by Wallace-Chuck. She plays it intended for Woods, out of her reach. Icing waved off, so Yu has to hustle back to get that one for Red Star. battling in the far corner against Woods. Nice job by Yu as she strips the puck away from the player. Stays in the zone as Wallace Chuck plays it down low to Woods. Woods has it poked away from her. Now Rachel Lanis nearly sent on a breakaway. Nice back check by Grigg to break that up. Costa from her knees regains puck possession. She endures a couple of whacks, and eventually the puck's taken away from her. Madison Wu, 1-on-2, in all alone, rolling puck in, and an easy stop there for Liz Knox.
That's got to be a better play inside the blue line there from Costa, Nico, to keep that puck in the zone. They got fortunate there that it wasn't too great of an opportunity that came out of it for Kunlun, but you really want to take advantage of any offensive zone opportunities you get on the 4-on-4.
Off the face-off, Kunlun win it back to the point as Melanie Zhu lets that shot fly, tipped. Oh! Liz Knox had to look behind her, and oh wow, now we've got a scrum breaking out. Jerseys being pulled, lots of pushing, even a headlock or two in there as 4-on-4 has led to some excitement. And it looks like we're going to have at least one penalty coming out of this scrum. We'll keep you up to date on how it all shakes out. We're going to have at least Anina Rajuta heading to the box, and it looks like Jessica Hartwick will join her there as well. So Jackson, once again, coincidental minors here.
Yeah, another good decision by the referee. You got to take two there, but an intense little moment there in front of the Markham net, and the attack mentality that Kunlun can bring to the game. You saw them all swarm the crease there.
It looks like we've got a second Markham player going to the box here as Laura McIntosh has taken up residence in the sin bin. So we very well could have a power play coming here for Kunlun.
We'll see what the final word is here, but what it's looking like, Nico, is that the whistle was blown and then some extra pushes and shoves were thrown first by the Markham Thunder. A little upset with how Kunlun had attacked the crease.
Well, as the officials sort out all the penalties, this gives us an opportunity to remind you that you can connect with the CWHL and other fans by following at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Tweet us at the CWHL, and we'll get to some Twitter shoutouts later in the broadcast. You can follow all the teams as well. You can connect with Jackson and I. You can tweet at Jackson Jacobs. You can tweet me at Bro Behind the Mic, and of course give a follow to at the CWHL. As we mentioned, we'll get to a few Twitter shoutouts throughout the show. We get a look at some of the fans here in attendance, including the Leaside Wildcats, and a big round of applause as the Markham Stouffville Stars are also in the house.
Good chance to see some inspiration for those young hockey players in the crowd, Nico. What a showcase it is here in front of them tonight.
Digit Murphy fully in control of that Kunlun bench, and as she receives the message here from her vet, Kelly Stack, they'll form some strategy. I'm not the best hand reader, but if I understood the message, I think it'll be a 4-on-3 power play here for Red Star.
That is what it's looking like. It is Anina Rajahuta that went to the box for the Red Star. The Finnish player signed just a few days ago on the 19th. A very talented player for the Red Star. They are very fortunate to be able to bring her on board.
Well, they've really done a great job with recruitment, making sure that this team is going to be one that competes. And it really starts from the net out. When you get a quality world-class goaltender like Noura Ratu back there, you supplement that with some big bodies on defense, skilled forwards like Stack, and as you mentioned, Rajahuta. I mean, this Red Star team is certainly one to contend here this year.
Yeah, we've touched on that already. Digit Murphy making it very clear that yes, they are an expansion team, but she wants to compete now and for a long period of time. And it appears as though she has built one heck of a team here in front of her as they go to the power play for the first time tonight.
So the first power play of this game ends up with the Red Star, and off the face-off, they have possession between the blue lines. Pickle, she's checked closely by Rattray, who's out there killing this 4-on-3 penalty. We'll keep an eye on that. Rattray certainly one to create some offense shorthanded. But here comes Red Star. Pass back, Stack at the top of the circle, passes it to Zhu. She's got the shooting lane and then shot it right at the sprawling Wallace Chuck. So an easy block there and a good penalty kill so far from Markham. First penalty over, so we've got 4-on-4 hockey for the time being. As Wallace Chuck will just dump that one in, and it'll give a chance for Skeets to pressure Ratu, who went out of her net to play that and nearly made a meal of that one. Richards on the backhand tries to get the sharp angle on Ratu, but she turns that one away with the blocker. And here comes Kelly Stack as Red Star have a 5-on-4 power play. Dark Angelo, far side hash marks. Wanted to give it to Stack, but not even close. That one down the length of the ice, and Ratu wisely comes out to play it. Dark Angelo tries again, this time intended for Launis. That's broken up. Puck stays in the zone as Wu battles against the near boards. He's got Baiwei Yu at the point, and now it comes to Yu. Yu makes the pass over to Launis, just under her stick. Still 30 seconds remaining on the Red Star power play as Anderson's shot off a stick and wide. Stephanie Anderson on it, passes it back to the point for Yu. Back to Anderson, far side hash mark, centers in front. Launis couldn't corral that for a clean shot. Grigg battling in the far corners. It's Launis who comes up with it, centered in front, and Knox got a pat on that one. Baiwei Yu keeps it in at the point. Gets it over to the captain, Liu. Launis back to Baiwei Yu. Final seconds of the power play. That shot blocked, still loose. Great save there by Knox. So Markham kill off the penalty, and despite some good chances for Red Star, nothing doing on that opening advantage.
An entertaining power play nonetheless, though, and you saw several times the Kunlun Red Star trying to feed Baiwei Yu back at the point. We talked about her big shot earlier on, just unable to get a clear lane. Was Yu back at the point, and not much generating in tight for the Red Star.
Stack wins the draw back to Zhu. Oh, she's checked closely in a turnover. Nice play by McParland. And here comes a 2-on-1 for Markham. McParland and Brown. Brown cutting through the net. McParland! Sharp angle shot and a good glove save there from Ratu.
A little bit of confusion there between the two, McFarland and Brown, as they broke in the right wing. McFarland wanted to get out to the wing, while Brown was a little bit confused with that. And that forced McFarland to get to that awkward angle.
Yeah, you could see Brown kind of realize she was running out of space, kind of had to jump out of the way to just make sure she didn't impede McParland, but they probably should have done better on that chance. They still have the puck in the offensive zone, centered in front. I think that was kicked with the skate, but either way, Ratu makes the save.
One thing that sticks out to me right now with Ratu's play is how calm and composed she is in that crease. Chances bouncing all through the goal crease in front of her, and she stays nice and calm, tracks the puck. A very impressive netminder.
She's very sound positionally. That often puts her in a spot to make the save, and well, so far here in this one, she's been a stable presence between the pipes for the Red Star. As Rattray comes up with the puck against the backboard, she's checked by Yu. Rattray tries to get the shot off, but Baiwei Yu does a good job to get the stick on that and block it. Rattray comes up with it again, another shot, another save by Ratu, who's starting to rack up the saves here.
Yes, she is, and we talked about it, a backbone for this Red Star team. If she can stay like this for 60 minutes, and then this offense can get clicking, they can be something dangerous. Great play back there in the Red Star goal crease so far.
Face-off coming up here to the left of Ratu, and off the draw, Ronsberg wins it back to the point. Grigg, no shooting options, so she plays it behind the net and centered in front, no one there in a green jersey. Rattray comes up with it now, turned over as here comes Wu. Nice pass, far side over to Anderson. Stephanie Anderson breaking in, makes the pass, Wu! She shoots, and oh, another great save by Knox. And again, the referees have the arm up. We're gonna have a penalty coming here, slashing the call. I think this is going against Madison Wu as we get another look at that chance.
That was an outstanding stop by Knox, as I don't think she originally thought the shot was going to come right away. That pass made its way to the top of the slot, and boom, the shot came rather than taking it in a little closer. But Liz Knox made a gorgeous stop there, and they keep the Thunder in it. and it gives the Thunder a power play as well.
So Nicole Costa steps in to take the face-off after killing off a penalty moments ago. The Thunder now have a power play of their own. Grigg does a good job to keep the puck pinned in against the far side hash marks. Passes it to Brown. She runs out of space. That's picked off by Zhu, and maybe a short-handed chance brewing here for Red Star. As Zhu drops it for Stack. Stack shot! Oh, good shot. Better blocker save as Stack was trying to pick the far post there. Wallachuk had her stick ripped out of her hands and like a spear thrown across the ice. She retrieves it now, and Markham will start up on the power play. McIntosh, she's tied up. Puck taken away from her. Stack does a good job to get it to Wong as the two former teammates who have been reunited here with Red Star out there on the PK. 1:10 left on the power play here for Markham as it's McIntosh far side. She shields the puck, tries to squeeze through a couple of defenders. Nothing doing, and that'll give Red Star a chance to clear it. They get it to the line and just past Barbara. Rajahuta battling against Taylor Woods. Nice job on the PK here from Red Star. Just 45 seconds left on the advantage for Markham. Ratu out of her net gives it right to Rattray, and she really couldn't capitalize on that mishap. Rattray does a good job to toe the line, and she's hauled down. No call. Play continues on as here comes Liu in all alone, and that shot over top the net. What a screamer from the captain, Ju Sing Liu. Anderson. Near side now to Launis, short-handed. Launis rips one, and again, they're trying to pick that blocker side on Knox. But Jackson, she's been right there with that right arm to turn the puck away.
Yeah, clearly this Red Star team knows a little something about the blocker hand of Knox, but so far, Knox hanging in there with that blocker hand several times in the last few minutes, Nico. She's been tested in that same spot. This Red Star team, man, can they ever take advantage of some open ice? Even if they're down a player, it almost seems like they just take advantage of that open ice.
Absolutely. There's a blast from the point by Wei Yu, really letting it fly as we're inside the final 10 seconds of the Markham power play. Yeah, even short-handed, Red Star have done a great job to create offense. Now they've got to defend as Nicole Brown centers in front, just out of the reach of Hartwick. Simmons has it back at her own blue line. Good pass intended for Brown, just out of her reach. And now Madison Wu out of the box, trying to get something going here for Red Star. Simmons, touch pass. It's up to Brown. Brown evades a would-be checker and passes it back inside her own zone. Lots of physical play, and the team's no love lost as McIntosh gets dumped. King lets the shot fly. Oh, what a save! Ratu got the glove on it. It trickled past her and wide. And here we've got a penalty coming against Red Star as McParlin drew the call at center ice.
What a save by Ratu to keep this one all knotted up. That one just got through the glove hand but went beside the goal, and the Red Star starting to run into a little bit of penalty trouble here, Nico, as that was the kind of the story of the preseason with the amount of penalties that this Red Star team was taking. But as we've touched on, it almost seems like their penalty kill just finds a way to take advantage of the open ice with the speed up front. We'll see how they play this one.
Off the draw, Barbara, she plays it near side to McParland. McParland, stick handles, over to Barbara. She's checked closely, nothing doing yet. Rattray steps off the half wall, lets the shot fly, traffic in front, but it's still turned away by Ratu. Rattray passes down low. Richards runs out of space and ends up backing into the net, so with it coming off the pegs, we'll have a stoppage with 6:18 left in the period.
And now that the Markham Thunder have had a couple looks on the power play, Nico, we'll see if they're able to make some adjustments and find the back of the net here and take advantage of these 5-on-4 opportunities, as they've had several.
Kristen Richards on the draw for the Thunder. It's won by Red Star, rimmed around the far boards but kept in. Shot from the point, turned away by Ratu. Richards on it here for Markham. Plays it back to the point. Barbera makes the pass back to Rattray. Rattray shot through traffic, turned aside, big rebound, and it's Rachel Launis who scoops it up. 1:10 left on the power play for Markham. Launis, who had a couple shorthanded opportunities on the last PK, brings it into the near corner and just tries to milk the clock a little bit as they're pinned up against the boards. 1 minute even left in the power play, and Markham will start up here inside their own zone. Cross ice pass for McParland. Nice toe drag to get around Wu. Check closely. She gives it off to McIntosh. McIntosh will just dump it in. Odd bounce off the end boards. Nearly caught Ratu there, but she got a skate on it, and eventually the puck ends up out of play.
Well, as we touched on pregame, the Markham Thunder struggling to get many shots towards the goal in their last outing against the Toronto Furies. Only 15 shots in that 2-1 loss, as you see them trying to fire pucks from all areas of the ice. Nico, one of those right from the top of the slot there on this power play.
Well, on the power play here is off the face-off, teams battle for possession. And it's Markham coming up with it, McIntosh. Well, one of the things Jim Jackson wanted to see from his team is more traffic in front of the net. They haven't done that yet. That's another shot right on. Ratu makes the save off McIntosh, but Jackson there again with no traffic in front. Ratu's going to make that save.
That is a prime opportunity to have a body in front of the net, Nico, and that's what you have to do if you want to beat a goaltender like Ratu. We've talked about it several times already, and there it is. That's exactly what Jim Jackson wants, a body standing right in front of the talented Finnish netminder. And when you're on the power play like this, that's what you need to do. Not only to provide a screen, but you got to have somebody there waiting on the doorstep for any rebounds that might squeak by as well.
Well, we have seen Ratu give up a few rebounds early on, so yeah, you certainly hope that Markham, for their sake, can get some bodies in front. Still on the power play here. Final couple moments of the power play as they had the puck. They keep it inside the zone. Nice job by Wallace-Chuck. She plays it behind the net as Wong comes up with it for Red Star, plays it to the far boards, but not out. Back on the stick of Wong, she plays it near side to Yu. Flipped up, and here comes Rajahuta for Red Star. Penalty now over, back to 5-a-side. That shot right on and snagged by Liz Knox.
So far, it's been a battle of the goaltenders between the pipes on both ends of the ice. Some outstanding play early on with this fast pace. That's been said has created a lot of great offensive chances for both sides. But it's been all Ratu and Knox between the pipes.
Off the draw, Lannis ends up losing that face-off as Ronsberg does a good job for Markham. Puck now picked up by Wu. She plays it back to the point. Zhu goes far side. Over to Liu, her shot off the end boards, and a high puck ends up being knocked down here by Red Star. Wu tries to center in front. Anderson maybe should have taken a shot, tried to feed it back to Lannis. Anderson still with the puck here for Red Star. Back to the point for Zhu. Back to Anderson, just out of her reach. Lannis does a good job to hold possession, and eventually Red Star forced back outside the blue line. Lannis picks it up at center ice, room to skate. Rachel Lannis drops it for Wu. Madison Wu flips it, and behind the net, Lannis comes up with it. Far corner, leaves it for Anderson, centered out front, but Wu couldn't get a stick on that. There's a one-timer from Lannis, and that just goes wide. Red Star showing some creativity here in the offensive zone, but for all the possession and for all the chances, they have yet to find an answer to Liz Knox as they dump this one in. Gives Red Star a chance to get some changes on the fly here, and a chance for Markham to dump it out. Yu plays it near side to Stack. Kelly Stack across the blue line, tries to get around delay. Centered in front, oh, just wide of the net. Oh, and it's in from an outrageous angle, and maybe should have done better on the first chance. Red Star capitalized, and it's a big historic goal there for Zoe Hickel, getting the first goal in Kunlun Red Star history. Kelly Stack and Bai Wei Yu drawing assists. And let me try this one out. Ta Sing Chole. She shoots, she scores.
What a play there from the Kunlun Red Star to attack the net and get to that bounce. No one saw that one coming, but they were on the doorstep. And Zoe Hickel buries it. The first goal in Kunlun Red Star history.
So a historic goal and a big one to get this game going as Hickel gets Red Star on the board. And they're right back on the puck in the offensive zone. Hickle in there once again. Nothing doing that time as we're inside the final 3 minutes here of the first period. Richards, she's dropped down. Play continues on. Well, and they've given the goal to Stack, so we'll have to see if that stands. Hickle drawing one of the assists. There's a shot just wide. We've got a penalty coming up here to Markham, I believe, as the physical play picks up. Bodies flying all over the ice at both ends, tripping the call here against the Thunder as Jessica Wong tried to tap in that one-timer. Actually looks like they're going to take Skeets over to the box to serve this minor penalty. And there's a little bit of discussion here. It'll just be a power play for Kunlun.
Right after scoring the first goal in franchise history and getting up ahead of the Markham Thunder, the Red Star are headed back to the power play. We'll see if they can start to break this one open. As right away, it's already pretty clear that that goal has ignited a spark in this Red Star team.
They have the power play here, 2:36 remaining in the period as Red Star will try double up here. Chu steps in off the point to keep that one in. Plays it to Wu. Wu back to the point. Liu back to Wu. Wu's shot. That one's blocked. Bouncing puck down the ice. And here comes a shorthanded break for Taylor Woods. Shorthanded breakaway. Woods to the backhand. Oh! What a save by Ratu. Woods tried to open her up and tuck it between the pads, but the Finnish goaltender having none of that, keeping this one a tie game. So Red Stars start up here, trying to calm things down after giving up that shorthanded breakaway. Lannis brings the puck in, shields it on her backhand. She's forced to stop, passes it to Wu, centered in front, and Anderson got a stick on that one, directing it high up above the net. Back to the point, Jin Liu plays to the near side corner where Grigg comes up with it. Grigg will sky that one came pretty close to us. I could almost reach out and grab that one. Carey doing a good job to get out of the way, and this gives us a chance to mention our tremendous technical crew led by Steve Mitchell, doing a great job as always behind the scenes. 52 seconds remaining here on the Red Star power play. $1:28 left in the period as Kelly Stack steps in to take the draw. Stack wins it back to the point. They get it to Darkangelo on the right side, near side, now far side. As Jessica Wong dishes it off to Stack. Stack down low. Hickle tries to get it back to Stack, who has it here. She runs out of real estate, tries to jam one, nothing doing. Wong comes up with it. Down low in the far corner. 1 minute remaining here in the first period. That pass for Hickle just under her stick. And then she nearly gives it away as she tried to dish it off to Stack. Nice job by Rattray there, shorthanded. Rattray causes the turnover, and if it wasn't for that back check of Jessica Wong, she would have been one-on-one with the goaltender to Ratu. Penalty now over. Out of the box comes Skeets. And here come the Thunder, led by Costa. Costa waiting for some help at the point, nothing doing, so she plays it down low to the far corner. Costa, sharp angle, tries to get the shot on goal. That one never made it on net, as there's 17 seconds remaining here in the period. Costa digs it off the board. Skeets, maybe time for one last shot. Lets it fly. Big save. Big rebound. Oh, what a glove save by Ratu. She made a tremendous first save. The second one even better, as with just 7.8 seconds left on the clock. Ratu, let's have another look at this highlight glove save. Whew, flashing the leather. Holy hockey, what a save. Urban steps in on the draw, rolls right in on Ratu. Just 4 seconds left now in the period, and that'll do it. After the opening 20 minutes of play, the buzzer sounds, and it's Kunlun Red Star with a 1-0 lead over the Markham Thunder through the opening period. Well, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We've got some interviews coming up here in just a few moments as Jackson Jacobs gets set rinkside to be joined by one of the players here. I think he's going to get a Red Star player to start things up, and he's going to have Kelly Stack joining him in just a few moments. So again, quite an entertaining first period of play. Action at both ends of the ice. Both goaltenders tested. We've seen big hits, crisp passes, and even a goal here. Of course, some tremendous saves as well. And we're ready rinkside, so let's catch up with Jackson Jacobs standing by with Kelly Stack.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nico. I'm joined down here with Kelly Stack of the Kunlun Red Star, and you guys are up now after the first period. How big was it for you guys to get on the board early, especially being the inaugural game?
That was big for us, scoring there before the end of the period. We took a lot of penalties, so for us to come out +1 out of that period, we're pretty happy with that.
And now, what's the energy like in the change room before the game and now heading in the locker room with that lead and the excitement here for the first game?
We were really excited in the locker room before the game. First game of the year, so had a little bit of jitters, but now that we got the first period under our belt, everyone can relax a little bit and just come out for the second, have a strong period.
And now with the 1-goal lead and you're heading into that second period, what do you guys got to do to keep that lead?
We just got to relax a little bit, be patient with the puck. We know we have more time than we think, but we're just kind of throwing it right now, so we just got to get back to the basics and do what we do best.
Hey, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
You're watching CWHL Live. Andress, and a huge game here tonight, not only for these two teams on the ice, but the CWHL as a whole. How big is this for you guys?
Oh, it's another major step in our league of moving forward to bring women's hockey across the world. This is a very historic event for women across the world, and the fact that we are bringing the first ever professional Chinese team into our professional league, and it's historic in many different ways. And the fact that we are also giving women opportunities in China to be coaches and general managers, and that's what the CWHL is about, is opportunities for women not only on the ice but off the ice also.
Absolutely. And now take me through the steps, the process of this expansion, and exactly what the decision was to expand to China specifically.
Well, we've been working over the last probably 3 to 4 years at looking at expanding our league and where we could expand our league and where it would benefit most. And it's also about, you know, when we look at an expansion, how can we make sure that that step that we take will be a wow factor, which it was definitely with China, but also how can we grow the game? And when you look at all the factors put together with China and the fact of, 2022 with Beijing, and the fact of helping the national team grow and positioning ourselves for, the economics of the fan base and the potential for the fans and the potential for new businesses, it was a very strategic move, and our board looked at it and our board said, here's a wild step we're going to take.
That's fantastic. And what has kind of the excitement been like overseas in China as they await for Kunlun to come home and play their first game over there?
It's massively excited, and there's such a great group of individuals KRS has been with to work as we continue to grow the game. But more importantly, too, is to get ice and start to build a fan base over there. And they've just been so open to not only again about hockey, but the experience they can give our women while we're there, like the cultural part of it. The food, the sights, the manners and the traditions. And I think that's all part of it. Like I said on the ice, this is about not only the sports world and growing the game, but it's also about cultures and doing business together that would see a partnership that would be across, like globally, that would grow the game, but also about growing friendships and growing our cultures together and learning about each other. So it's so many opportunities on so many different levels.
And now stepping away to the other side of the ice. Now there's a big storyline on the other side as well with the Markham Thunder moving here from Brampton in the off-season. Tell me a little bit about that and kind of the growth that can come from this.
Well, that was Chelsea, who's the general manager for the new Markham Thunder team. A couple of years ago, actually, Brad Morris, who is our ex-chair, he stepped down this year. Him and I kind of joked off and on as we played with some jerseys and talked to the mayor, because the mayor was very, very, matter of fact that he wanted a team here in Markham, and that he believed in women's hockey, and he believed that Markham was a great place to grow the game with the grassroots. And so, we kind of played with it off and on, and but Chelsea took the bull by the horn, as they would say, and off she ran, and she's just done a phenomenal job. And as you can see, the mayor, got his wish, and this is a new opportunity. You move teams to strategically do what's best to grow your fan base, to look at, the youth organizations that are in this area, to look at potential sponsors. And this was a great opportunity for them and a great opportunity for the city to have these ambassadors represent them. I mean, 25 of the best women in your community involved and engaged with your youth. There's no better leaders that you could ask for that would make leaders out of your little girls that will one day run your community.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We see all the faces in the stands, a lot of the young female hockey players looking at some inspiration here tonight is so great to see. And one more question here for you, Brenda, is that the CWHL passes their 10-year milestone last year, and a huge step here this year with the expansion to China. Where do you see the CWHL growing in the near future?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think that's one of the things that our board is going to be looking at over the next year, is to see what's our next steps. We have very successfully in the last 5 years followed our strategic plan, and it's time to update that plan, try to take a look at what we'll do next, how we'll do it, and where we can grow to make sure that whatever move we make is sustainable, whatever move we make or whatever decision we make is the right move for growing the women's game and growing the women in sports. So I think there's a lot more stuff coming that people will be excited about. We always have something up our sleeves, but it's always done for what's best for women and what's best for the sport.
Brenda, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Oh, thank you very much.
Stay tuned. You're watching CWHL Live.
Kimmy, you do know that there's only 4 seasons, right?
Then how do you explain the way kids wish away the summer because we can't wait to play in the fall? Or how teammates often become best mates? Or how families happily vacation in Winnipeg in January because that's where the tournament is? So you see, Miss Woods, there is a 5th season, and it's the best season in Canada.
So you're talking about hockey?
Oh, it's more than just talking, Miss Woods.
Scotiabank is proud to support over 5,000 teams in Canada's 5th season.
The thing that excites me the most about this collection is the fact that we're able to celebrate the diversity of the Canadian landscape. Our actual campaign really celebrates the beauty that Canada is.
To be with a brand that fully encourages women to reach their goals and their true abilities, that's something that's really special.
Sanderson passes it to Westfall, takes a shot, and it's a no goal. Westfall passes it to Sanderson, who passes it to Bobby Orr.
Right, a shot that was wide, and Keenan cleared it, but not out. Bobby Orr behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr! To the box and goal! Up the center, coming in as Lou. Gillendyke centered it, and then scores! Randy McDonald! 5-10 left to play in the second. Here's Lemieux, his center penalty coming out. Look at Lemieux! Oh my heavens! What a goal! What a move! Lemieux! Oh baby! Here's a shot! Henderson made a wild stab towards Pell. Here's another shot! Right by the score! Henderson! And scores for Canada! And the crowd goes wild!
All right, folks, welcome back inside the Thornhill Community Center. Thank you for joining us today on CWHL Live. We're back for the second period of play as we get set to bring you the rest of this contest between Kunlun Red Star and the Markham Thunder. 20 minutes in the books so far as we get a look at some first period highlights, including this chance here from Kelly Stack. And through 20 minutes, it's Red Star with a 1-0 lead. Goal courtesy Zoe Hickle. As I'm just checking the old Twitter machine. Again, you can connect with us through social media at the CWHL. You can tweet Jackson at Jackson Jacobs. You can tweet me at Bro Behind the Mic, much like Jessica Burgone did, as she's watching some historic CWHL action tonight from Plaster Rock, New Brunswick. Jessica, thank you for tweeting in. We'll get to a few more shout-outs throughout the game, but we're back underway here in the second period as Kunlun skate from right to left, taking on the Markham Thunder. The Thunder trailing after 20 minutes, 1-0. They skate from left to right here across your screen. Markham wearing the home greens, a little bit of white and black trim, as with the puck pinned up against the boards, we'll have a whistle. Just 23 seconds played here in the period. And of course, Kunlun wearing the away whites, red and gold trim.
I'm really interested to see here, Nico, sorry for interrupting you there. I'm really interested to see if Kunlun comes out firing once again here in the second period, try to get on the board once again. And at the same time, how's Markham going to respond? They went into the room here. What adjustments are going to be made to start this second period?
Off that face-off, Stack wins the draw, knocked down to her knees. There was Hickle, the goal scorer. Bouncing puck out front, and it's corralled now by McIntosh as she's checked closely. Urban in there as well. Urban muscled off the puck there by Hickel. Barbera checked closely, puck at the blue line, and out to center where Urban comes up with it. Nice pass, springs Barbera on the break. Barbera, what a diving defensive play by Melanie Zhu to get all puck and negate that breakaway. Barbera maybe should have done better with that chance, but you can't argue that defensive effort there by Zhu taking away a scoring opportunity. Woods battling for the puck behind the net. Zhu comes up with it now for Red Star. Makes the pass to D'Arcangelo, just out of her reach. McIntosh, she endures a check, but still comes away with the puck. McIntosh feeds Woods in front, and she tried to kick it from her skate to the stick and never could get a clean shot away. Nickel, she's checked closely. D'Arcangelo comes up with the puck, Stack in there as well, but it's Markham that regained possession. Costa makes the pass near side, McParland. McParland, room to skate, cuts to the net, toe drag, and just lost possession of the puck there. Well, she had a nose for the net, but couldn't quite corral the puck when it was needed most. There she does, one-timer, sneaks past Ratu, but they wave it off. A quick whistle negates a would-be goal for Jenna McParland, and that's a tough one for Markham to swallow.
Some great offensive chances being generated here by Markham early on. As we take another look at this one, what a pass right into the middle of the slot. And another shot that was able to squeak through Ratu, and the whistle was blown just before the puck was able to squeak near the goal line. Not sure if it ended up crossing it or not. Nonetheless, a great opportunity for the Markham Thunder.
On a rare defensive lapse, there's that puck up and out of play by Kunlun as both Jessica Wong and I believe that was Madison Wu who were defending. Actually, check that. It was Wong and D'Arcangelo who were down there. Neither one picked up McParland, and that led to that clear-cut chance there for JP91. As off the draw, Kunlun have possession, a bouncing puck over the stick, and now Markham come up with it. Costa has it. She stick handles wide, tries to backhand one in front, gets it right on Ratu, but she'll hold that one for the face-off.
Some great play here by McParland for the Markham Thunder, finding herself right in front of the net. She did have that great opportunity just a few seconds ago in front of the slot. It's almost one of those questions, Nico, of who's it going to be for the Markham Thunder that steps up here in the second period and knocks this one up?
Will it be Jamie Lee Rattray? We'll find out. Well, not on this sequence as the net comes right off the pegs.
Nets have a mind of their own here tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you know what's funny? This team who called Brampton home for so many years was often plagued by the nets coming off so easily. I think they were hoping with the change of venue that the next nets might stick a little better, but not quite so far.
The ghost has followed them.
Yes. Ronsberg steps in to take the draw here for the Thunder as she ties up against, that was Lu Wen for Red Star, number 94. Puck played out to center ice, and it'll be Hartwick back on it first for Markham. They move the puck around, and it's eventually picked off. Shot down inside the Red Star zone where Melanie Zhu comes up with it. She's checked closely by Rattray. Rattray causes the turnover as Markham tries center it in front. Rattray out of the far corner, plays it down low for Ronsberg. Rattray tries the wraparound jam, and Ratu makes another good save, pad against post, getting the glove on it for the faceoff.
Well, this is the direct opposite of how we saw the first period start, Nico. This time it's the Markham Thunder setting the pace here early on in the second period, as it was all Kunlun at this time in the first period. Markham doing all they can to get on the board here.
Richards off the draw, can't corral it back to the point. It's in the far side corner where Hickel smacks it up to Stack. Stack gets it to D'Arcangelo. One-on-one. D'Arcangelo makes the pass to Stack, who ends up crashing into the post as she lost an edge. And actually, there's going to be a penalty there. Interference, the call against Kristen Richards. So Red Star heading back to the power play after a hustle play there from Kelly Stack.
Kelly Stack and Cheyenne D'Arcangelo are one dynamic duo to watch on the ice. Both of them bring so much speed and skill to this Red Star offense. A lot of experience playing with each other prior to coming here to Kunlun as well. Chemistry already built between the two.
So Kunlun Red Star back to the power play. 0 for 2 here so far this evening as Rachel Lannis steps in to take the draw. Wins it back to the point for Zhu. She quarterbacks at the point, makes the pass to Wu, right back to Zhu. Zhu's shot through traffic, knocked down, and just clears the line. But quickly, Red Star bring it right back in. Wu, she's got Lannis with her, drops it to Lannis. Lannis from the face-off dot, back to the point for Zhu. Zhu goes far side, over to Liu. Liu plays it down low to the corner. Wu has Anderson and Lannis with her. Gets it to Lannis. Anderson now far side. Ends up getting it to Liu. Liu to Lannis. Lannis centers in front on the offhand. Wu wasn't able to connect for the one-timer on her off wing there. Zhu battling for that one. Hartwick in there as well. Poked away. Teams battling for possession, and Markham cleared down the ice with 1:02 left here on the power play. Quick lead pass by Ratu across the line. KRS go offside, and Hickel pleads her case, but nothing doing there.
A tight call there as a tired Markham Thunder penalty kill hustled to the bench to try to get off.
That's that long change here this period for both teams. That's certainly a challenge for Markham, shorthanded right now. As we see Costa step in for the draw. Wong comes up with it here for KRS. Stops on a dime, tries to make the pass, broken up. Puck still inside Thunder territory for the moment. And now a chance for Nicole Costa, shorthanded. She tries to get some separation. What a back-checking effort to stop that attack. Sharp angle shot by Woods, nothing doing, knocks her player down. Play continues on. Should mention it was Raja Huta who made that tremendous back-checking effort there for Red Star. And now she makes the pass over to Stack. 3-on-2 here for Red Star. Stack spins away from the checker. Back to the point for D'Arcangelo. Far side to Wong. Back to D'Arcangelo. Near side Stack. Stack thought about the shot. Plays it down low. Good first save and a second save as well from Liz Knox. As on the rebound, turned away there was Raja Huta.
And a good play by Taylor Woods to track that puck down and get it down the ice, ending that threat.
And ending the power play now. KRS unable to capitalize as Kristen Richards back out of the box. We're back to 5 aside. Lannis gets the blue line, not much further. They keep it in for the time being. Wu makes the pass to Anderson. Anderson along the far side board. She has Zhu with her, makes the pass. Zhu gets it over to Lannis. Lannis to Anderson. There's a one-timer that screeches wide of the net. Zhu hammers it around the boards. It'll come all the way to the near side where Skeets comes up with it and digs it out to center ice. Madison Wu makes the pass over to Anderson. Stephanie Anderson nearly got run over by Skeets, just evaded the check. Anderson showing off some strength, still had it, and now it's taken away. Here comes Jamie Lee Rattray. Rattray, one-on-one, tries to cut in for the shot, and that's turned away. Didn't quite get the greatest angle, but full credit to Ratu for making that save. There she gets a poke check to keep the puck away from Rattray. Of course, those two have gone up against each other many times internationally, and this time the Finnish tender gets the better of the Canadian sniper. 13:40 remaining. That puck lifted up and out of play as Kevin Stone, assistant coach for the Thunder, makes that glove save. So this face-off will come back inside Red Star territory with 13:40 here remaining to play as we get a look at that last chance from Jamie Lee Rattray.
Yeah, great opportunity there from Rattray to battle through that back check from the Red Star. They were all over on that one.
McIntosh centers in front, a bouncing puck that Woods never could corral, and here come Red Star back the other way, led by Zhu. Zhu just dumps it in, and out of her net, Liz Knox smartly plays it forward. Urban gives chase, and they hold the puck in the zone as McIntosh has it stripped away from her. Here's a 2-on-0 for Red Star. Zhu and D'Arcangelo, and they go in offside And I can tell you that's going to drive Digit Murphy crazy.
That is an opportunity, Nico, that you don't want to give up. That was tight.
I mean,
but that was an offside call nonetheless.
Yeah.
A great call there by the linesman to blow that one down. But wow, is that an opportunity that you don't want to pass up on?
Well, and as you mentioned, it was tight, but the right call made. Certainly on that replay, you could see that they did just go in offside, and a golden opportunity blown as that puck hits a Markham player on the bench. So we'll start this one up with a face-off just outside Red Star territory, but that might be the easiest save Liz Knox ever makes on a 2-on-0, never having to face a shot there. Tough break for Red Star. Kelly Stack on the draw here for Kunlun, ends up winning the face-off and has a chance to skate it forward. Gains the zone, shields the puck from the Czech Acosta, and as they battle for possession, it's McParland who comes up with it. McParland taking on the big-bodied Zhu Sing Liu, and it's McParland who gets the better of Liu with the no-look backhanded centering pass, but no green jersey to take advantage. Here comes Starkangelo, uses the defender as a screen, and that shot hit Knox right in the mask. Good save there from Knoxy. Oh, here comes McParland. She's got room to skate. Jenna McParland on the breakaway. Beautiful back check by Rachel Lannis. Breaks that one up. You can see the wheels of Lannis close down McParland, and all McParland could do was try shovel it on goal. She ends up crashing into the end boards hard as Jackson, we get another look at that chance.
What a back check by Rachel Lannis, saving this one from becoming a great opportunity. We've seen it several times already in this second period. The Markham Thunder getting fast breaks the other way, and the Kunlun Red Star team working fearlessly on that back check as it pays off once again there. This pace has started to create a lot of openings in both teams, as we've seen a few fast breaks, a 2-on-0 that was called an offside, and then right there, a breakaway for the Thunder within seconds of each other.
Rattray battling there against Yu, and it's Yu who comes up with the puck that time. Out to the point, but kept in by DeLay. Nice job on Megan DeLay to hold the point. Skeets gets in the way of that clearing attempt. Second effort blocked by Ronsberg, and here comes Rattray with the puck. Rattray, room to skate. Tries to shield it from Yu, still gets the shot up, and she scores! Jamie Lee Rattray! And we're all tied up at 1.
What an effort. As you see the excitement, look at her turn on the jets. She cuts to the net strong on the puck and doesn't give up on it, Nico. The first opportunity was gone, but she stayed with it, and she was able to tuck this one behind Ratu, and we are all knotted up here. What an effort from the Markham Thunder forward.
A huge goal there for the Thunder, and a big one for her personally. Jamie Lee Rattray gets her first of the season here in the Thunder's home opener as we approach the midway mark of this second period. An unassisted goal at 8:08, and that was really a tremendous individual effort by Rattray to put that one in. Finally finding an answer here to Nura Ratu. Here comes Markham back up the ice with the puck, led by McIntosh. McIntosh, far side, tries to feed it in front to Skeets, but she never could get a stick on that. Darkangelo tried to get around Wallace-Chuck, nothing doing. Changes on the fly, and Kelly Stack throws a bit of a stiff arm there at Wallace-Chuck, pushes her down to the ice. There's a bit of a gritty play by Stack. Certainly a lot of competitive battle here between these teams. You could see the emotion from Rattray with her big goal as Red Star tried to regain the lead. What a shot by Wei Yu, who got exposed on that goal by Rattray, just stepped in and let a rocket fly that Knox turned away. Oh, Skeets nearly got run over by Zhu. Here comes Zhu back the other way for Red Star. Oh, tries to flip the puck to herself. What a chance! Big save. Second effort never made it to the net as Anina Rajatu tried to get that one past Knox. Ju with the bouncer, turned away by Liz Knox, and here comes Markham back up the ice. McParland, she's got Anderson bearing down on her, and Anderson takes the puck away from McParland. Anderson, long stretch pass intended for Wu, that's picked off. McParland ends up giving away to Anderson. Anderson one-on-one here, tries to cut, shot never made it to the net. Good stand-up D there by Simmons to get a stick on that shot. Hartwick loses that battle. Wu tries to center in front, nothing doing. Second attempt to get it, nothing there as Lannis comes up with it. Rachel Lannis dumps it off, and it'll be Ronsberg coming up with it here for Markham as we've got 9:35 left to play in the period. We're all tied up 1-1. Brown backhands it in and then goes for a change. That clearing attempt nearly picked off by Rattray. Now it's on the stick of Darkangelo. Darkangelo gains the zone. Not too far though, as it's quickly cleared out, and here comes Kristen Richards in all alone for Markham. Richards runs out of real estate as Bai Wei-Yu laid her body out and took away any space. Stack gets the pass here. Kelly Stack wanted it back from Darkangelo, never got it. Rattray brings it across center ice. End-to-end rushes here both ways as Barbera lets the shot fly, and that one's blocked. Play is really opened up here. Teams letting it all fly as Kelly Stock brings this one in. Tries to drag it to herself. Nice job by Barbera to force her wide, and that takes away any shooting opportunity. Barbera battles for the puck along the near boards. And here comes out to Becca King. Potential 2-on-1 for the Thunder. King at the end of a shift looking a little gassed. Makes the pass to Skeets. Urban there as well. King peels off for the change now, but good job to gain the zone. And, well, once again, that pesky net off its pegs. So with 8:15 left in the period, we'll have a stoppage in play and the face-off to remain inside Red Star territory.
What a series of events we just got to witness. Back and forth hockey from both of these teams.
Here's that goal from Jamie Lee Rattray.
Another look at that one, how she stays on that puck. Great body position she was able to get. We're all knotted up here.
You could see the exuberance and excitement in her celebration. She was fired up when that one trickled across the line, and it certainly resonated with the rest of the Thunder as we're all squared at one with 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. Red Star keep the puck in the zone for the time being. Wallace Chuck has to go back behind her own goal to retrieve it. Plays it near side to Simmons. That one's lifted high by McIntosh and down the length of the ice where Jessica Wong comes up with it. Wong will start things up behind her own goal. Tries the long stretch pass intended for Anderson as she was cherry picking at the Thunder blue line, but the puck never got to her. Thunder go for the long stretch pass. That one's knocked down, and teams change possession here as Hartwick comes off the bench to knock down that clearing attempt. Wong gets it to Lannis. Lannis intended for Anderson. A little too much mustard on that one. Barbera has to retrieve it from her own zone. McParland will spin behind her own goal and start things up here on Markham's breakout. They play it near side to Barbera. That one's behind her, so it's turned over. Anderson lets the shot fly. That one catches Knox up around the mask neck area, and once again, Knox had to be sharp off that turnover.
Yeah, great stop there by Liz Knox. I think she thought the shot was going to be coming low into the pads to create a rebound opportunity. As you take a look at it here, the Red Star with another forward going to the net. I don't think she was expecting that one up high, but nonetheless, she stuck with it and took that one. It looked like off the bottom of the mask, Pico. As she takes a second to regather herself. What a showcase it has been between the pipes. These two netminders going back and forth with all the opportunities at both ends.
Off the ensuing face-off, Shu with the puck at the point, tipped, and Knox had to get a blocker on that one. Red Star still with possession. They have it down low in the near corner. Battling for it is Grigg. A couple players from each team in there going after this one, and it'll end up on the stick of Wallace Chuck. Rattray, had her pocket picked there by Stack, and then Stack had it taken away from her. Hickel ended up getting slashed pretty hard there. Loses a glove and a stick in the process, and she's down on the bench. We'll keep an eye on Zoe Hickel. D'Arcangelo tries to drop it for Zhu. Zhu steps in from the blue line. Melanie Zhu, her shot right on, and Knox made the initial save and then was quick to jump on that rebound.
A lot of little chippy plays starting to develop here, Nico, behind the play. A lot of slashes to the hand. You saw Zoe Hickel go off there in pain. A lot of little chippy, little plays trying to get people off their game, as this one's starting to break open a little bit with the pace, and you got to do whatever it takes to slow some of the speedy forwards down.
Oh, a bouncing puck caroms towards the net, and not sure what happened to Stephanie Anderson in the process, but she is in discomfort and laboring to get over to the bench. She's going to have to be helped over to the bench by a couple of teammates, and that is not a good sign for Red Star. Already with Hickel enduring a bit of an injury, they can ill afford to lose a player like Stephanie Anderson.
Yeah, it looked like Anderson got tied up in front there with Thunder D-man Dania Simmons, I believe it was, in front of the net, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. It didn't look like anything too aggressive. The two players kind of came together in front of the net, and Anderson will head to the bench for some repairs. We'll see if she returns anytime soon here, Nico.
I give these ladies a lot of credit because I would not want to go into the corner against Dania Simmons. She is rough and tough, and she takes no prisoners out there. And Stephanie Anderson enduring a bit of a knock after that battle with Simmons. Puck out to center ice, and it'll be scooped up here by Wong. Wong tried to get it forward to Wu, but King breaks that one up. Ronis uses the body to get the puck away from King. Rongsberg will flip it forward. As we've got 5:25 left here in the second period. We're all tied up at 1 in the CWHL live game between Kunlun Red Star and the Markham Thunder. Far boards, the battle continues, and just outside the line, Hartwick unable to hold the line there for Markham. She quickly dumps it back in. Ratu out of her net will leave it for her defender. As Wong plays it forward. Lannis scoops it up. She's run off the puck there as delayed on the play defensively for Markham. McParland does a good job to skate it out and ends up losing the puck. A little bit frustrated there, but she can breathe easy after that turnover because Red Star bring it in offside.
This has been a few times now that this Red Star team has come in the zone offside with a great opportunity. That time it was Zoe Hickel and Kelly Stack, two of the very fast forwards on this team, and that's a sign of a team that hasn't played much together yet, Nico. Still trying to build that chemistry, knowing where each other are on the ice.
Well, we want to remind you to get connected on social media with @the CWHL. You can tweet like Terry, thank you for tweeting us. Get your tweets in, we'll get to some shout outs throughout the game as Yu plays it up to Rajahuta. She runs out of space, but Stack comes up with it. Stack tries to needle it over far side to Hickel. The rolling puck right into the glove of Knox, but most importantly for Red Star, great to see Zoe Hickel back out there.
Yeah, Zoe Hickel went off a few minutes ago in pain after a slash to the hand right in the neutral zone. She didn't miss a shift, obviously very beneficial for that Red Star team. She gets right back in the action, as does Anderson. We see her on the right wing on that far side. She's back into this one after going off in a little bit of discomfort as well.
So a good sign there for Red Star. Two key players returning moments after sustaining injuries. So obviously no worse for wear there. And they'll try find an answer to this deadlock. It's 1-1 as Markham have to retrieve the puck from behind their own net. Lindsay Grigg, her pass attempt, that one's picked off. And Wong, that's Madison Wu who did a good job to get the puck back in Red Star possession. Liu plays it down low to Wu. Wu back out to... Oh, there's a shot right over top. The pass was intended for Lannis. It skipped over her stick and onto the stick of Liu, and then she fired it over top the net. This will be an icing call here against Markham with 3:23 left to play in the period. A quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and through 40 minutes of play in Boston, it's the Calgary Inferno with a 2-1 lead over the Boston Blades. Face-off here coming up to the left of goaltender Liz Knox. Kelly Stack on the draw for Red Star. Urban in there for the Thunder, and the two tie up, and it's Markham who come up with possession after the scrum. Here comes McIntosh. Potential 2-on-1 with Brown. McIntosh lets the shot fly, but the glove hand primed and ready. Ratu makes a difficult save look easy.
I like that play from McIntosh there. She faked the pass to Brown, started to pivot to really sell it, as you see right here. Watch the pivot, sells the pass, and then fires this one glove side high. But Norla Ratu, it's going to take a lot to fool her. That one's not going to do it. But a great idea there from the Thunder.
McParland with the puck here. She stick handles it, plays it back to the point for Barbara. Simmons whacks it off the end board. Centered, or the attempt was made, but Ratu got a stick on that one. McParland with the puck. She's hooked. Ends up enduring that. No penalty. Play continues on. She'll scoop up that loose puck. McParland in the near corner. Oh, nice job to step around one. McParland still with the puck on her stick. 2:40 left in the period. Barbera plays it still loose in the blue ice, and finally Ratu will scoop that one up. Markham with all sorts of puck possession, but couldn't quite generate a quality scoring chance. .2:32 remaining here in the period, as this face-off comes up to the left of goaltender Ratu. Off the draw, Grigg comes up with it for Markham. She'll rim it around the boards. Skeets, defended closely by Wong. Rattray hammers it behind the goal, where it's scooped up here by Zhu Sing Liu. Gets it up to Lannis. Lannis to Anderson. Anderson tries to feed it back over to Rajahuta. Nothing doing there. She's still got the puck. Tries to cut out front. Couldn't quite tuck it past. Here comes a potential break for Markham. Jamie Lee Rattray. Rattray with a player heading to the net. She's got Skeets. Tries to get it to Richards, and Wallace-Chuck there as well. Nothing doing, and here comes Red Star back the other way with numbers in transition. Anderson tees that one up. Oh, what a block by Grigg. She felt that one blasting in her hand there, that shot. But most importantly, she clears it away. There's a shot from the point. Yu still loose in front, and Markham being pinned inside their own zone for the time being. Great play. Bookmark that by Bing Liu, as she kept that one in the zone. Bai Wei Yu really having a great game on defense here for the Red Stars. 1:20 remaining here in the second period of play, as Carolina Urban picks off that clearing attempt. Urban's hauled down, no call. Play continues on. Stack had her pocket picked. Yu, ends up getting drilled into the boards. Play continues on. So a lot of physical play here as we're inside the final 60 seconds of this second period. Make sure you stay tuned during the intermission, as Jackson will be joined by a player from the Markham Thunder. 40 seconds remaining here. Jessica Wong brings it across the blue line. Wong stops on a dime, tries to let the shot fly. Nothing doing as Barbera gets in the way of that one. Woods heading up the ice. Long pass intended for Woods. That one's picked off, and here comes Red Star. Anderson feeds it over to Wu. Madison Wu lets the shot fly, and that one missed the net by maybe 2 or 3 feet as she was trying to pick the corner on Liz Knox. 13 seconds remaining. The captain, Zhu Sing Liu, tries to spring Anderson on the long break. Nothing doing. The final seconds tick off the clock here. Through 40 minutes of play, it's been quite the contest. Action at both ends of the ice. Both goaltenders called to action time and time again. And ultimately, nothing separating these teams through 40 minutes, as after 2 periods of play, the score is Kunlun Red Star 1, the Markham Thunder 1. Get social with the CWHL. Follow at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. and join the discussion today. The Markham Thunder leave the ice and head back to the locker room as some of their young heroes look on to the stars of today. There you see the stars of tomorrow, as they are the stars, the Markham Stouffville Stars, greeting the Thunder as they head off the ice. Again, 40 minutes of play in the books here. And it's the Markham Thunder and Kunlun Red Star all square, tied up 1-1. Well, we've got Jackson Jacobs standing by rinkside as he'll be joined momentarily by Jamie Lee Rattray. It was Rattray who got the big tying goal for the Thunder, and we've got both standing by ringside. So let's throw it down to Jackson, who's there with Jamie Lee.
Thanks a lot, Nico. I'm down here with Markham Thunder goal scorer Jamie Lee Rattray. A very great effort there by you, breaking down and staying with that puck. Take me through that play.
Well, it's a good turnover by Kinger and Rons in the neutral zone. I just happened to be in the right spot and saw an opening and take her wide, and I just tried my best to get around her, and I was able to stick with it and ended up going in. So pretty fun, pretty exciting, and we just got to keep doing that.
And now it's a very difficult task to try to beat that Finnish goaltender of Nora Ratu down there. You found a way to do it. What's it going to take in the third period to get another one?
I think we just got to keep on her. I mean, like you said, she's a very good goaltender, and I think we just need to shoot and get to her, and we got to get her moving. I mean, that's how you're going to beat these goalies. You're not going to beat them one-on-one very often, and so if we get her moving, get to the net, and kind of get in her kitchen a bit, I think we're going to be in good shape.
Jamie, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. You're watching CWHL Live.
When I was 7, I wore these gloves. They held this stick. Well, these skates carried me over the blue line. We won the championship, and now it's all yours. Cool. Oh, and this mouth guard. I'll get my own. Thanks.
The 5th season is when spirit for the game gets passed down. That's why we're proud to support over 5,000 teams.
The thing that excites me the most about this collection is the fact that we're able to celebrate the diversity of the Canadian landscape. Our actual campaign really celebrates the beauty that Canada is.
To be with a brand that fully encourages women to reach their goals and their true abilities, that's something that's really special.
I think how it benefits the league is that it continues our mission of creating opportunities for women internationally. And you know, the CW also has a mandate to help grow the game in different ways. And so for us to be able to help the national team for 2022, the Beijing Olympics, is another opportunity for us to do exactly what we said many years ago when we said, you know, we believe that women's hockey is only going to grow if you put key people in places and professional people in places where those skills can be enhanced by playing with the best. And so when you see some of these North American and European players playing on the new Chinese Kunlun team, you are going to see those players get better. And we see it all the time. Like Japan just won the Worlds in their division. 4 or 5 of them play in our league, and they're phenomenal, and I think they took that back. So I think it not just changes our league, I think it changes leagues across the world.
Between the Kunlun Red Star and the Markham Thunder, I'm joined alongside now the chairman of the Kunlun Red Star, Alex Chow. A big night for you and your organization here. Tell me a little bit about the process it took to get here all off-season, the anticipation that was building.
Well, it's really exciting to be here in this great city, and it's the first game for my team ever to join the league. Everybody is excited, and then we're looking forward to a good game and to entertain all the audiences in the TV, in the front of the TV. And I think the joining the CWHL is a big step for the Chinese women ice hockey. Because everybody knows that 2022 China will be hosting the Winter Olympics in China, in Beijing. So we're preparing for that winter game. Obviously, women ice hockey is one of the most important programs in that games. But we realize that for the Chinese current state level, we have a big gap. So that's why we want to join the Canadian Women League to play with the best teams in the world, so that we can bring out quality and levels of players, and then we can really make a good show. It's really exciting to be here in this beautiful city.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the off season is over, and there is so much hype built up for this game. How excited were you to just get this team on the ice and get hockey underway for the Kunlun Red Star?
Well, I never imagined that my team can play this good. I mean, everybody knows, as you can see, that it's a really good game. It's very entertaining, and we see girls playing very skillfully on the ice and competing with each other. We have very good goalie, and the goalie on the other side is also very good. And I think this is the right league that we join, and I'm sure that playing with the teams in this league will make a big progress and contribution actually to the exchange of programs, exchange of culture and sports between two countries, between the two peoples, and globally for women, for parents to love this game, to bring their girls to this game.
Absolutely, and now you make your home debut November 18th, just a few weeks away. What's the anticipation like over in China for this Red Star team?
We hope we can organize the same level of entertainment sports. But we know that as you know, China is growing, is developing very fast, and people are making better income, and so they can afford to send their kids to play ice hockey. And we have very good arenas, and local governments are playing great importance, attached importance to these games. So we are hoping that we can present another round of good games.
That's awesome, Alex. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with everything going forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm now going to hand the mic over to the CWHL Commissioner once again, Brenda Andrus, with a very special presentation.
Thanks, Jackson. As the Canadian Women's Hockey League continues to make history, we also have a very famous person with us tonight. We have Mr. Phil Esposito. Phil Esposito is on the board of Red Star and KRS in helping us to make sure that, the women's voice is heard. And a long time ago, Phil has always made sure the women's voice has been heard. There's always a story, right, Phil, about how you put the first woman in the net on your team, correct?
Absolutely. Manova home in 1992. I invited her to training camp. It was the first year of the Tampa Lightning, 25 years ago. And she played in a preseason game against the St. Louis Blues. She played half the game. She allowed one goal. She had about, I think, 14 shots. So she did a real good job. And then I put her in Atlanta in the IHL, which was the International Hockey League then. And I am so impressed, Brenda, with what I've seen out here. I'm not kidding you. This just is not BS, folks. It really isn't. I'm so impressed by the speed, by the intensity, by the passion, and you can't play this game unless you have passion. And just the way the girls are going back and forth, it's fabulous. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, you couldn't give us a better honor than for you to tell us our game is great, because we certainly know how fast you were. And I have a little gift for you, actually, Phil. I know that in 1972, Perhaps you were on a great team of Canada.
Well, we weren't that good, but we won.
And there was the Russians versus Canada. Right. And at that time, I believe we won. Not that we're bragging, but we did win. And at that time, there was a ring. Oh. And I have been given the honor, because of so many things that you've done for women's hockey and are on our board right now, of presenting you with the 45-year anniversary of the 1972 Summit ring. So
this is beautiful, and on one side is Canada, the other side is the Russian team. This is really great. Let's see, what finger? I guess I'll have to wear it on that finger.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brenda.
Kimmy, you do know that there's only 4 seasons, right?
Then how do you explain the way kids wish away the summer because we can't wait to play in the fall? Or how teammates often become best mates? Or how families happily vacation in Winnipeg in January because that's where the tournament is? So you see, Miss Woods, there is a 5th season, and it's the best season in Canada.
So you're talking about hockey?
Oh, it's more than just hockey, Miss Woods.
Scotiabank is proud to support over 5,000 teams in Canada's 5th season.
Sanderson passes it to Westfall, takes a shot, and it's a no-goal. Westfall passes it to Sanderson, who passes it to Bobby Orr.
Tried a shot that was wide and Keenan cleared it but not out. Bobby Orr behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr! The Boston Roar! Up the center, coming in as Lou. Newendijk centered it. And that scores! Manny McDonald! 5:10 left to play in the second. Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming out. Look at Lemieux. Oh my heavens! What a goal! What a move! Lemieux! Oh baby! Here's their shot. And
It's Zoe Hickel leading out the breakout here for KRS. Red Star skating left to right across your screen. They turn it over here to McIntosh. McIntosh thinking about the shot, plays it back to the point. One-timer from Hartwick, deflected off the boards, and it's stuck on the back of the net. So we'll have a face-off with 1:04 played here in the third period. A tie game between the Markham Thunder and Kunlun Red Star.
What a big third period this is, Nico. Both these two teams, a lot on the line. The Red Star want to start their CWHL season with the win, while the Markham Thunder, same thing. They come in here with their first game in Markham on home ice. They want a big win here as well.
Urban lets the shot fly. Big rebound from Ratu, but no green jerseys around to capitalize. McIntosh with the puck in the near corner. Comes off the wall, still with the puck on her stick, skates into the slot, and eventually it's knocked away from her. Barbera plays it down low to Urban. Urban in the far corner, ends up now on the stick of Lannis as Rachel Lannis tries to flip it across the ice for Anderson. Anderson scoops it up. Oh, that shot did not miss by much. Anderson with a shot maybe 2 inches off the ice, barely missed. And then Anderson and Woods go at each other. I think they were close to dropping the gloves there, both taking whacks at each other. Certainly a lot of physicality here in this one. Red Star try break out here. Anderson pinned up. She has to play it dangerously back to Wong, who now gets it up to Wu. Wu will just flip it in and peel off for a much-needed line change as teams exchanging possession here through the neutral zone. Brown tips that one into the Kunlun zone. Wong first on it for Red Star. Wong, her pass intended for Zhu, but that one out of her reach, so Simmons comes up with it for Markham. Simmons whips it around the far boards. Delay in there as well for the Thunder, but it's Rajahuta who, centering pass, ends up behind the net now. Brown whacks it off the boards, not out. Good job by Yu to keep it in at the line. By Wei Yu, certainly one of the standout players here tonight for Red Star, number 2 on defense. And she's out there with her partner, Zhu Sing Liu. McParland ends up having the puck taken away from her. Stack comes up with it. Stack tries cutting to the net to her forehand. Oh, what a save by Knox. Fort Knox in full defensive mode on that stop. Stack unable to elevate over the pad. And we've got an icing here against Markham as they just got bailed out by their goaltender, Liz Knox.
Kelly Stack clearly frustrated with herself, mumbling some words as she skates back down the ice. She's had several great opportunities here tonight. That one possibly the best one of them. Look at this, cut to the net. Notice how she turns her back to the incoming D-man, Nico, getting that body position on the puck, allowing her to go straight to the net, basically all by herself.
Darkangelo with the puck now for Red Star behind the goal. Stack out there battling for position in front of the net. Zhu, she tried to feed it through. That's picked off, and here comes McParland back the other way for Markham. Tries to feed it to Rattray, nothing doing there. Puck poked forward, and now it's Darkangelo coming up with it. She overskates it, so Becca King plays it forward. Rattray trying to cause a turnover, and she does. Richards can't feed it back to King, and now a chance for Red Star. Well, they end up losing possession, so they'll have to break out from behind their own goal line. Zhu receives the pass, goes long cross-ice stretch to Hickel, who's got room to skate. Zoe Hickel lets the shot fly. That one's blocked. And now a chance for King to turn it up ice. King with a nice pass to Rattray. Rattray, she's in there all alone, though, no support, so she tries to take on Yu. Oh, good pass by Rattray out in front, but no one from Markham able to create a shot out of that centering pass. Urban holds it in. Barbera comes up with it. Rattray tips it home! Her second of the night, and a big goal for Markham. They take a 2-1 lead as the tic-tac-toe play ends up in the back of the net, courtesy Jamie Lee Rattray.
What a fantastic play by this Markham Thunder team, and Jamie Lee Rattray, you can see the experience in her play. She just knows where to be on the ice. The puck seems to follow her like a magnet, and she tips that one home. 2-1 for the Thunder now. Great play by the Thunder all around, and the pass from Barbera to get that out in front to her. But Rattray, one of those players that just knows where to be on the ice. It pays off big time with that one.
Red Star turn it over in front of their own net. Markham trying to increase the lead. They have a 2-1 lead. Tipped in front, and Ratu makes the save on that one. Wong with it now for Red Star. Her cross-ice pass broken up. So Barbera draws the lone assist on the goal from Rattray. And again, a big one there from Jamie Lee Rattray, her second of the game. Ronsberg tries to create a turnover on the forecheck, nothing doing yet. Hickel, and they flip it up past Hartwick, but it's there for Barbera, who flicks it right in on Ratu. She'll lift that one off the boards, not out of the zone. Kelly Stack in there comes up with it, and now she's got room to skate. Stack makes the pass over to Hickel. Hickel across the blue line, tries to split the D. She's forced into the near corner. Got around one, but couldn't get around the second Markham defender, and Yu unable to hold the line that time. Byway Yu comes up with it, makes the pass to Hickel. Nice move to get around Ronsberg. Hickel lets the shot fly, that one off the defender, and rolling puck over to the far side boards. Stack has it in the far corner. She's checked closely there as Hartwick all over Stack, and they end up taking the puck away from the veteran American forward. 13:45 left here in the third period of play. The Markham Thunder with a 2-1 lead as Hartwick drives that one right in on Ratu from center ice. Simmons, good heads up play to read that puck and ends up having it knocked away from her as she gained the zone. Anderson, just about hit Lannis with that long stretch pass, but out of her reach, and that'll be an icing against Red Star with 13:25 left to play in regulation.
I'm really interested to see here, Nico, with 13 minutes left, just over 13 minutes left in the third period. Does Markham keep this offensive press on, or do they turn this into more of a defensive strategy, knowing the speed that Kunlun can bring through that neutral zone at any time? We'll see what Markham does here with the 1-goal lead.
Off the offensive zone face-off, Rattray, the goal scorer for Markham, unable to come up with it, and then Red Star get it out to center ice. Good heads-up play by Brown to knock it away from Anderson, otherwise she would have been in the clear. Rattray overskates it, and here comes Lannis back the other way, a 2-on-2, as it's Lannis with Wu. Lannis drops it for Wu. Wu's shot just over top the net. Nicole Brown fends on that clearing attempt. Good second effort. Gets it up to Rattray. She's already got 2. Can she make it 3? Rattray's backhander turned away. Wong makes the pass to Wu. Wu, long stretch, and that one just out of the reach of Wen, as Lu Wen was in there one-on-one with a Markham defender, but never could get the separation. A puck backhanded high and out through center ice, where it's scooped up by Chu. Wen will dump that one in and then peel off for a change as we approach 12 minutes remaining here in the third period. Good defensive read that time by Liu. She breaks it up. Here comes McIntosh for Markham. She's got Urban heading to the net. McIntosh does well to shield the puck. Passes it back to Barbera. Barbera has to drive wide. She spins towards the net. They try sneak that one under Ratu, but Urban is turned away on that chance.
Well, I think I found my answer about that offensive press for Markham. They are keeping it up, and another great opportunity there during that shift from Rattray once again through the neutral zone. That puck just found a way to Rattray's stick as she was floating on the far side of the neutral zone, and the puck took a few bounces. Found her. She made a nifty move, but got pinched on an awkward angle and could make nothing of quality out of it.
Ronsberg steps in to take the draw for Markham. In there against Stack, but Stack is going to be asked to leave, so it'll be Hickel who steps in for Red Star. Off the draw, here comes Darkangelo. Pass intended for Hickel, broken up, and now a good bounce because it's right back on the stick of Hickel. Centered in front to Darkangelo. Oh, maybe a little too cute, tight to the net, She just had to tip it on goal, but she tried to drag it past Knox, and Knox there to shut her down.
I really don't like this matchup for Jim Jackson and his squad. He's got that line centered by Melissa Ronsberg on the ice. As you see right away, he's going to make a change right now and put on the line of Rattray, Richards. It looks like Woods out there because you have Kelly Stack playing the center of the ice. That is a very heavy matchup against Melissa Ronsberg, and they really found a way to exploit that in that last shift.
So top line against top line out here now, and for the moment it's Red Star with possession as Stack. She's driven wide. Oh, backhander from a sharp angle. Great elevation on that one, but couldn't direct it on goal. Stack once again with the puck on her stick, battling 3 green jerseys, and no one can even touch Stack, but the net comes off its pegs, and that puts an end to a dangerous rush for KRS. You know, for an undersized player, the strength that Kelly Stack has out there is truly remarkable.
Well, she does it in weight. She understands that she's an undersized player, Nico. You said it perfectly with that. She gets body position so well, using her back against defenders, and she uses that to her advantage, and it helps when you're as fast as Kelly Stack.
So 11:20 remaining here in the third period, and Red Star trailing now 2-1, trying to find an answer here to force some overtime potentially, but here comes Rattray. She's one-on-one with Baiwei Yu. Rattray drives wide. She's going to be forced behind the goal. Oh, tried the wraparound and nearly had Ratu caught as she wasn't exactly perfectly positioned up against the post, but Rattray unable to tuck it by her. Puck comes out off the end boards. Lannis thrown for a ride. Urban holds it in for the time being. Rattray fires that shot, and Ratu will use her stick to deflect the puck up and out of play.
I'm not sure if Rattray understood how much time she had there, but at the end of a long shift, she fired that one on goal, and a good play as well by Ratu to send that one out over the boards off her stick, get a stoppage in play here. Both teams with some fresh bodies on the ice. That was a long shift for the Markham Thunder forwards.
Carolina Urban steps in to take the draw, loses that one to Kelly Stack. They play it near side where Zoe Hickel will try to dig it off the boards. Gets it around McIntosh and out to center ice where teams exchange possession. Bouncing puck controlled here by Red Star. Will they give it away? And now McIntosh brings it across the line. Her shot into the shin pads of Wong. And now Stack brings it up ice for Kunlun. Kelly Stack, she's got Hickel with her, drops it. Quick one-timer, and Knox did well to get a blocker on that one. Wong makes the pass over to Hickel. She's stripped of the puck by McIntosh, and at the end of a shift, she'll just dump that one in and peel off for a change. 9:54 remaining here in regulation as Rachel Lannis scoops up this puck. Lannis tries to stop in the near corner. She's checked closely. In fact, she's thrown down to her knees. Play continues on. Anderson back to the point. That shot attempt from Liu ends up hitting a defender's stick, and that'll give Markham a chance to lift it all the way down the ice. No icing here as Yu has to scoop it up for Red Star. Leaves it for her defensive partner, Liu. And she gives that one up. McParlin nearly caused the turnover. Good second effort by Liu to get it forward to Anderson. Anderson in there all alone, 5 green jerseys back to defend the 1 white, and predictably, nothing came out of that chance for Anderson. A good defensive responsibility from Markham. They'll need it here as there's a break. Hickel took the shot, but she had Stack heading to the net. Maybe would have been better to wait and try and make the pass.
That's a few times here tonight, especially in this third period. Kunlun's had some fast breaks the other way, 3-on-2s, 2-on-1 opportunities, and instead of looking for that quick pass, they're taking the shot first, and Liz Knox is on her game tonight. It's going to take a lot more than that, Nico.
The veteran goaltender for the Thunder, she has been spectacular between the pipes here this evening. But she's still got a little more work to do as we're inside the final 8.5 minutes of this third period. Richards, she's checked closely, puck pinned up along the far boards, as Dark Angelo gives a bit of a shove. And with the puck pinned under a couple of players, we'll have a whistle for a stoppage in play. And a chance to remind you fine folks watching at home that you can connect with the CWHL online. Follow at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and join the discussion. And a special thank you to all of the fans in China tuning in for this historic game. We certainly appreciate you taking the time to watch your Kunlun Red Star take on the Markham Thunder as Skeets lets that shot fly, but easy work there for the goaltender, Ratu.
A lot of Red Star fans in attendance here tonight as well, Nico. You can feel the tension on the far side of the rink there where the grandstands are located. They take up about a good half of the grandstands. Great to see the support come out for the Red Star. They're hoping for just one more here, get this knotted back up as this one starts to wind down.
You got to look at some of the fans in attendance, lots of minor hockey teams here from around York region taking this game in, and we welcome them all. As Anderson skates up to corral this puck for Red Star. Centered in front, intended for Launis, that's broken up. Kunlun still with possession as Yu unable to hold the line. Liu passes that one forward. She gets it right back and plays it to her defensive partner, Yu. Her pass intended for Launis off her skate, and now Markham, a little laissez-faire in their own zone, nearly turn it over. Launis with a good forecheck, trying to come up with that loose puck. She did well to stay on her feet despite enduring a bit of a body check there against the boards. Madison Wu digging for that puck. It's scooped up by the Thunder and lifted out and down the ice. 7 minutes even remaining now as... Is that Costa? No, that was Grigg. I was going to say Costa's out of this game. No way she's back. That was Lindsay Grigg making the pass there for Markham. Kelly Stack cutting, centered in front, and Hickel with maybe the best chance so far, fanning on that one-timer. I mean, she really should have done better there. Icing called here against the Thunder as Jackson Kelly Stack put that one on a tee for Zoe Hickel.
That she did. I think Zoe Hickel wanted to send that one through the back of the net. Yes. She tried so hard to get that one into the net, and she just fanned on it a little bit, and it's a missed opportunity for the Red Star. A great pass, though, by Kelly Stack to find Hickel in the slot.
Well, and that's the danger factor with Stack. If she's not creating her own scoring opportunity, she's certainly setting one up for a teammate. As that shot from Nicole Brown off a defender's stick and over top the net. McParland can't come up with that. Here it's on the stick of Hickel. Hickel has Stack heading to the net, tries to find her with the pass, but Grigg defended that one perfectly. Hickel sent for a bit of a toss. Play continues on. Now it's stopped as that puck hitting a Markham Thunder player on the bench. So we'll have a face-off with 6:08 left to play in the third. You got to think, Jackson, at this point it's going to be short shifts for the Red Star, as I'm sure Digit Murphy will want to get that line of Stack, Anderson, and Hickel out there as much as she can.
You were going to see a whole lot of that line in the last 6 minutes of this one. If they're going to tie this one up, there's a good chance it'll be one of those three players.
Off the face-off, puck tied up in the skates of both centermen, and the referees want them to move it out. Finally, it comes loose. As it was Richards and Zhu tied up on that one. Far side, Richards comes up with it here for Markham. Lu Huen steps in and puts an end to that rush. Nice touch by Yu. They get it up as Zhu tries to split the D. Nothing doing, and now a chance for Markham to clear it to center ice. Jessica Wong will have to retrieve this from inside her own blue line with Rattray bearing down on her, and it's Wong who comes away with it. Her pass then picked off, and Rattray tries to get over to Hartwick. Hartwick right back to Rattray, who's in there on the forecheck, and puck cleared out to center ice where Simmons comes up with it. Simmons will fire it right back in. Ratu out of her net leaves it for her defender, Zhu. Near side to Wu. Wu brings it across the blue line. Passes into the skates of Lannis. She did well to get the shot off, and she does even better to draw a penalty call here against Simmons, as she'll sit 2 minutes or less for tripping with 4:53 remaining in the third.
That is not a penalty you want to take At this stage of the game, Simmons knew she was beat. She got in the feet and hauled her down, and that's going to send her to the box for 2 minutes, and a huge opportunity here, Nico, for the Kunlun Red Star. All the top players on the ice here for this one.
Well, the Red Star 0 for 3 on the power play so far this evening, but they're hoping their fortunes will change here with this advantage, which is 4:45 left to go in the third. Rattray, though, she'll clear that one down the length of the ice, and Red Star will have to start it up again here inside their own zone, led by Jessica Wong. Wong gets it to Stack. She brings it across center ice. Kelly Stack over the blue line. Stack lets the shot fly. Oh, Knox did well to squeeze that one. Stack had a nose for the net and nearly tied this game up.
I thought the penalty by the Markham Thunder was a bad one to take, Nico. That's about as bad as a penalty that you can take. Watch Kelly Stack. She's got an opportunity. She fires it on goal. I'm all for crashing the net and collecting your rebound. But she lays the lumber to Knox afterwards, and now we're going to have a couple penalties called here, I believe.
Well, we've got Jamie Lee Rattray going to the box for sure, and it initially...
Stack will head to the box here.
It looked like they were going to pull Hickel at first, and instead it's Stack who's going to have to serve the minor, and Stack is livid right now. She's got some choice words for the officials, and well, Red Star are going to need her for the final minutes of this one. She's got to get her composure back right now.
Yeah, that's a selfish penalty to take at this stage of the game. You're on the power play, down by 1, you're generating opportunities, and she just lays the lumber right in the breadbasket of Liz Knox, who made the original stop. So that was the original penalty. We'll wait for official word, but it looks like the Thunder will also head to the box.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Rattray in there for the Thunder, but I think if you're the Thunder, you're okay with this trade-off. You obviously lose one of your best players in Jamie Lee Rattray, but taking Kelly Stack off the ice for 2 minutes at this junction in the game, I mean, that's a big deal right now, and that's a big loss for Red Star with just 4:25 to play. The officials having a quick word with Markham head coach Jim Jackson. Candace Moxley and Kevin Stone assisting Jackson on the bench this season.
Right now there are 3 players on the ice aside. We'll see what ends up being the final decision. 4th player now for the Red Star heading out as the officials try to sort out the penalties. Right now there's 2 in each box, or sorry, 2 in the Markham box, 1 in the Red Star box, being Kelly Stack.
Yeah, I think we're going to end up with coincidental minors for Stack and Rattray, and of course Simmons was already in there serving the minors, so we'll have a 4-on-3 power play for $1.32 before Simmons regains the play.
And this is where you really wish you had Kelly Stack, Nico. There is so much open ice out there right now. We'll see if the Red Star can have someone else step up.
Well, Lannis can certainly wheel, and she's out there. They get the pass over to Wu. Wu back to the point for Wong, but just out of her reach, and they'll have to clear the zone. Anderson scoops it up at center ice. Wong comes up with it, brings it across the blue line. 1:05 left in the penalty to Simmons. Wong tries to center, intended for Wu. Wu scoops it up at the far hash marks. Back to the point for Wong. Wong to Anderson, far side. There's the shot. Good pad save from Stack as Madison Wu got that shot away. Wu back to the point for Wong. Right back to Wu. Straight again to Wong. Wong tees it up. Big save, big rebound. Oh, how did that stay out? Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable goaltending from Liz Knox, who even when the puck is behind her, uses her mind to keep it out. And you can see the Thunder showing the appreciation for the defenders.
That is about as desperate as you will see a goalie get. Watch the paddle come back. Oh, right off the goal line as all 3 green jerseys collapse on that net. My goodness, as you see the look in the face of Liz Knox right there. She knows a little luck comes along with the skill of being a goaltender. My God, did she ever use all of it right there.
On full credit to the 3 defenders. Wallace Chuck in there along with Richards. I think it was Barbera as well. Just a tremendous back-checking effort to make sure that puck stayed out. 25 seconds left here in the power play for Red Star. 3:15 left in the third period. Zhu makes the pass over to Darkangelo. Back to the point for Zhu. Near side here to Hickel. Hickel thought about the shot. Pass intended for Darkangelo under her stick, but they still have possession with 10 seconds left on the power play. There's a shot. That one's blocked by Barbera. It'll stay in the zone. Good job by Darkangelo. All right, we're back to 4 asides. Zoe Hickel, her shot blocked. Darkangelo keeps the puck in the zone. So even strength, 4 aside here as hauled down was Woods. Play continues on. Hartwick. Rajahuta comes off the wall with it. Her shot deflected by a defender's stick up over top the net. And with 2:35 left in this one, we'll keep an eye on Ratu to see if she heads to the net for the extra attacker. In the meantime, Darkangelo muscles her way in front. Both players out of the box from the Coincidental Miners. So now we're back to 5 aside. And here comes Jamie Lee Rattray. Rattray's shot turned away by Ratu. That is a huge save here. Here comes Kelly Stack, room to skate. 2:10 left in the period. Stack uses the defender as a screen and just missed on that shot. Anderson comes up with it. Gets around Wallace Chuck. Into the corner, Launis gets it over to Anderson. Near sideboard, she steps off the wall, nothing doing. Ratu signaling to the bench, when do you want me to go? She's creeping over ever so slowly, but still on the ice for now with $1:40 remaining here in the third. Back to the point, Wong, she tees it up. Fearless block by Rattray. That is a huge block by Jamie Lee Rattray. McParland spins away from the check. She's in there all alone, so now she wisely brings it back out to center ice and bringing it right back in. Jenna McParland cuts to the net and just lost the puck there. 1:19 left here in the third period. It's go time for the Red Star. Here goes Ratu heading to the bench for the extra attacker. The shot right on from Darkangelo, and Knox squeezes that one for the face-off.
Liz Knox stepping up when it counts most. She's been big all game, and I think she's been tested the most in the last 5 minutes of this one. You see right here, she smothers that one. That's almost the easiest save she's made all night, Nico. She has been tested with a lot of quality opportunities late in this third period as the Red Star take a timeout.
Well, and I was kind of wondering, with the offensive zone draw, just $1:09 left on the clock, not to question Digit Murphy because she knows very well what she's doing, but I was a little surprised they didn't call that timeout sooner. Just looking down at the Red Star bench, you can see Zoe Hickel's right thumb bandage. I got to think that's from the slash she took a little bit earlier.
Yeah, a little bit banged and bruised up right now, but you got to imagine that's the last thing in her mind at this point of the game. As Digit Murphy, you mentioned the timeout. I think that was 100% intentional, Nico. She waited for the official to get as much time as possible for her team to rest, call the timeout, and it almost turns into a full minute timeout rather than your regular 30 seconds, as she'll draw something up here and let her players go to work.
So for Red Star, with the goaltender out and the extra attacker on the ice, it'll be Rajahuta, Zhu, Darkangelo, Stack, Hickel, and Wong. And Markham will counter with Richards on the face-off here. 1:09 left to play in the third period, as the Markham Thunder with a 2-1 lead over Kunlun Red Star. Jamie Lee Rattray scoring both goals for the Thunder, but they've got to defend now here. Final 60 seconds of regulation. Kelly Stack drops it off to Wong. Wong passes it down low. Tries to get it back just out of the reach of Darkangelo. 45 seconds remaining. That puck flung towards the net, nothing doing, and it's now out to center ice. Darkangelo makes the pass far side to Wong. Wong plays it forward, intended for Rajahuta, out of her reach. Grigg first on it for Markham. Taylor Woods unable to clear the zone there. Bookmark that if Red Star can make him pay. Hickle centers in front, great save. Puck still loose, D'Arcangelo's shot. And with bodies crashing down in front of the net, Markham end up keeping the puck out. It's under a couple of Markham defenders. Red Star not happy, claiming that there was a glove on the puck in the crease. As we get a look at that scrum. And we've got a penalty shot. We've got a penalty shot. So the officials say a glove did indeed cover the puck in the crease. And we've got a penalty shot with 20.88 seconds left in regulation. A big choice here for head coach Digit Murphy, and she's going to send out Rachel Launis. Rachel Launis to take the penalty shot. 20.88 seconds remaining in regulation. Kunlun Red Star trailing 2-1. Rachel Launis with a penalty shot attempt. Liz Knox in between the pipes for Markham. Launis takes the puck at center ice. Hits the top of the circles. Hash marks. That's the shot fly. What a save! Fort Knox. Liz Knox shutting the door. But there's still 20.88 seconds left in regulation. Launis tried to pick her glove side on the penalty shot. Knox gets the better of the sniper on that one. Kelly Stack to take the face-off. Still time for Red Star. As the officials will make them line up again for this one. Hickle comes in to take the draw now. Off the draw, they tie up. Urban centered in front, just wide of the cage there. Grigg under pressure, tries to pin it against the end boards. 12 seconds remaining. Wraparound attempt. Knox has to stay up against the post. And indeed she does as the pushing and shoving continues. They try jam it home. But with 6.86 seconds left, Liz Knox ends up making another huge save. As we get another look at that scramble. What a game here. A momentous evening, a historic night, and a dramatic game. As we've still got 6.86 seconds left in regulation. Can Kunlun Red Star tie it up, or will Markham win on home ice for the first time? They ice it down. 0.22 seconds left here. Still one last gasp of hope for Red Star. As the bench is yelling out instructions. Face-off coming up to the left of Liz Knox. Stack on the draw. Tries to direct it right to the net. Nothing doing. And the Markham Thunder hold on for a 2-1 win over Kunlun Red Star. What a game. What a performance. And what a result for the Markham Thunder. A historic evening here at Thornhill Community Center ends with the home team victorious 2-1 over the visiting Kunlun Red Star. A tremendous effort from both teams. Standout performances from both goaltenders as Nura Ratu and Liz Knox battle all night long, but it ends up being Knox getting the better of this one. The final score, Markham 2, Kunlun 1. Both Markham goals scored by Jamie Lee Rattray. Red Star outshoot Markham 34-26, but only one gets past Liz Knox. She turns away 33 of 34 shots against, and the Markham Thunder score a historic victory here on home ice. They salute the crowd, and the Thunder skate off with a 2-1 win over Kunlun Red Star. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got Jackson Jacobs standing by ringside as we get a post-game interview with one of the stars from this one, and I think we can expect to catch up with Liz Knox, but we'll keep you posted. The 3 stars still to come here, presented by Tim Hortons. Once again, the final score in this one, the Markham Thunder 2, Kunlun Red Star 1. As here comes the 3rd star of this game, Rachel Lanis, who had that penalty shot opportunity in the final minute of regulation, and she was turned away by the glove hand of Knox. Second star with 2 goals and the difference maker, Jamie Lee Rattray. And no surprise about the 1st star in this game. Without her, I don't know that they would have pulled out the victory. Liz Knox played huge tonight, and deservingly she gets the 1st star honors in this game. So a historic evening wraps up with the Markham Thunder skating to a 2-1 victory over the Kunlun Red Star. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, watch out for this Red Star team. I'm calling it now. They're going to be in the playoffs. They were incredible tonight, and they've got one heck of a team there, led by head coach Digit Murphy. And I would expect to see them come playoff time. Well, you saw Liz Knox skating over. She'll join Jackson Jacobs in just a few moments as we get set to wrap this one up. Before we throw it down ringside, a quick summary again as the final score in this one, the Markham Thunder victorious 2-1 over Kunlun Red Star. Both Markham goals scored by Jamie Lee Rattray. But we've got Liz Knox ready ringside, so let's catch up with Jackson and Liz.
Thanks a lot, Nico. I'm joined alongside your 1st star of the game, Markham Thunder goaltender Liz Knox. What a crazy game that was, especially for you in the goal crease. Take me through the last 5 minutes specifically of that 3rd period.
I mean, it was just a lot of scrambling. I think our team really pulled together. You saw some big blocks from players at the point. And people just crashed in the net. Literally at one point there was like 3 girls in the net just trying to make sure it didn't cross the line, so it was awesome.
Yeah, now under a minute to play, a penalty shot gets awarded. What's going through your mind as a goaltender with the game on the line in that penalty shot situation?
I mean, it's obviously a high pressure situation. We had a great crowd tonight, and you know, it's a cool opportunity to get to make a big save.
Absolutely, and a tough loss to end your trip to Toronto last weekend. How important was it for you guys to bounce back here, your home opener debut in Markham, with a big win tonight?
Definitely. We're a young team and we're still learning a lot, so to come off that tough loss against Toronto and get a big win here in our barn is really exciting.
Awesome, Liz. Thanks for your time. Nico, we'll go back upstairs to you.
Thank you, Jackson, and thank you, Liz. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for us here this evening. We want to thank all of you for tuning in to CWHL Live. This stream was brought to you by Hilberg and Burke. Check out the live stream schedule by visiting the CWHL.com. For Jackson Jacobs, for our fantastic technical crew led by Steve Mitchell, I'm Nico Cardarelli. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week when the Toronto Furies host the Vancouver Rays.